Number 1 to point D, roll call / verification of quorum. Acting Senate Secretary, you now have the floor.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter, here. Senator Climbs, Senator Snipes, Senator Dumas, Senator Hansberry, Senator Lamar, here. Senator LaVille, present. Senator McClinton, Senator Seniors, Senator Myers, Senator Strong, present. Senator D. Jackson, Senator Plaisir, here. Senator Williams, here. Senator Young, here. Senator Knox, here. Senator Anstanor, present. Senator Hall, present. Senator J. Jackson, present. Senator Rios, Senator Eden, Senator Jean Baptiste, present. Senator President Ford,
present. Now moving on point E, approval of agenda and minutes.
The minutes will be sent by the adjournment of today's meeting.
Now we'll move on to approval of the agenda. Yes, Senator Don.
I move to accept this agenda. Second.
If I move in second to accept this agenda, is there on readiness? Yes, Senator Lamar.
On the agenda, it had under section O, under unfinished business, we have bill titled CAB 18SP-001 and CAB 18SP-002. You guys read during our meeting minutes. Those bills were tabled in committee, so they need to be struck off.
Who's back to rescind his motion?
I rescind my motion.
Yes, Senator Lamar.
I move to strike under section 4. GCAB 18SP-001 and CAB 18SP-002 due to being tabled.
Second.
If I move in second to strike out the CAB amendment bills, is there on readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by a sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Any other bills that need to be added or taken out of the agenda? Seeing none, I don't entertain a motion to accept tonight's agenda. If I move second to accept tonight's agenda, is there on readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Senators back will now enter. Now we want to point F, introduction of guests and speakers. Is anyone to my left or your right in the gallery that would like to introduce themselves at this time? Seeing none, thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's Senate meeting. Now we want to point G, announcements and committee reports, starting with the ANS liaison. Senator Antonio, you now have the floor.
Greetings, everyone. I am Natalie Antonor, a first-year business administration scholar from Miami, Florida, and I serve as the ANS liaison for the 47th Student Senate. This past weekend, we had an ASBC meeting, and we heard several organizations who applied for the annual budget. We also had one this past Thursday. This Thursday, ASBC will not be meeting, and we will meet, this Saturday. So, yes, that concludes my report.
Is there any questions for Senator Antonor at this time? Seeing none, thank you. Now move on to the acting OFC chair, Senator Knox.
Good evening, everyone. The OC committee met on Friday. Due to some complications, we couldn't meet on our usual time on Tuesday. Every organization that had came up and asked for allocation was approved with said corrections, except the Kappa Psi Psi organization. We also discussed about the budget moving forward, and when we would suggest we stop the application for special allocations. Along with that, that's all. And the approved budgets or approved bills will be on first reading today, and with a couple of some that will probably be on first and second. Yeah.
Are there any questions for the acting OC Chairman, Senator Knox, at this time? Seeing none, thank you. Now we on to the acting Elections and Appointments Committee Chair, Senator Jay Carter.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeremiah, and I'll be serving as the acting chair of the Elections and Appointments Committee this evening. The Election Appointments Committee met last week Friday. Tonight, Deja Sawyer will be coming up for confirmation for SGA Vice President. Markeisha St. Ford will be coming up for Precinct Supervisor. Also, tomorrow is the Election Watch Party from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the Rec Center. The purpose of the watch party is for you all to come out, have a good time, and unwind, and see who your next student leaders are. So I encourage you all to come out to that.
Are there any questions for Senator Jay Carter at this time? Seeing none, thank you. Now we on to Student Relations Committee, Senator Jay Jackson.
Greetings, everyone. I am Jalen Jackson, a fourth-year business management student from Gretna, Florida. I'm the Student Relations Committee Chairman. Meet every week on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. But as far as the committee reports, I'd like to yield some of my time to Senator Lamar to give an update about Blackout Week.
Greetings, everyone. I am Solomon Lamar, first-year business administration student from Orlando, Florida. As you guys know, next week is Blackout Week, so we'd like to see every single one of you guys come participate in all our events going on next week. Starting off, we want to kick it off strong with Monday is Interpersonal Violence Awareness Day. We're encouraging everyone to come to the Senate meeting wearing either black or purple or both, whichever one you like. On Tuesday, we're having Love on the Hill. That's when you can come to the multi-purpose room and see your favorite FAMU couples to see if they actually know their spouse. You know how you see those game shows and they don't actually really know their girlfriend or boyfriend? We're going to find out who know each other today. All right? On Wednesday, we actually have the going on in the Village Game Day room for the culture. It's going to be a trivia to see if you actually know your heritage and your culture or see if you're going to get your black card revoked. So love to see you guys there. As I repeat, that's in the Village Game Day room. On Thursday, we're playing against our arch rivals, Bethune-Cookman, in basketball, so we want to pack out all Lawson with a blackout. Let's make sure we have a strong Rattler pride that day because, you know, BCU probably going to come down with 2 buses, so we can't let them outshow us on our own campus, you know what I'm saying? And Friday, we're going to kick the doors off Gate the Gymnasium with our Strikeout Showcase. So far, we have performing in the Strikeout Showcase as organizations goes. 1 second. We have the Melodic Stepping Experience, Faces, Attack, Addiction, FAMU Elite Dance Squad, Rampage Step Team, Images Modeling Troupe, Boys of Poison, Diamonds and Mahogany. And we also have some regular students who are not a part of the organizations coming to showcase their talent. We're striking out racism. So I would love for you guys to come and pack out Gate the Gymnasium. Let's make this a strong showing that we're going to keep this going on and on for years to come. Thank you.
In addition, guys, we'll be having some shirts that will be available next week for the week. So look forward to that. Any questions?
Yes, Senator McClinton.
Are they going to be live?
Yeah, they're on the way. We're waiting on everything to get approved. So as soon as that's done, yeah.
Any further questions for SRC? Thank you. Then we on to IDSC. Senator Hall, you now have the floor.
There's no committee report at this time.
Now we'll move on to Senator Strong. Action J9, you have the floor.
I will my time to signature.
Jay and I met last Friday where we went through some of the bills that are on unfinished business today, and we tabled the two constitutional amendments that came to our committee, so we could further review them this week when our full committee returns.
All right. Acting Senate Pro Temp. Do you have anything important for the Executive Committee? Now, I will talk as a branch head report. Last Friday, all branch heads had a meeting. It was myself, Rashard, Audrey from the J branch, Daryl from the J branch, and Deja from the E branch. We all met last week Friday. The minutes will be coming out later on this week. In that meeting, we discussed the SJ banquet, which will be April 20th. So please plan accordingly. We also talked about having an SJ retreat in either Tampucci or Atlanta. Tampucci is like a cabin in the woods kind of deal.
I'm all for it.
But we'll discuss that more internally at the Senate. So it's either Tampucci or Atlanta. We also talked to the J Rich about creating a College of Law district within the actual documents. That way they can have a whole set of judges down there. And that way if things need to get appealed, it'll then go to the Supreme Court like the real government. And that was pretty much the gist of it. And we're going to try to have those regularly. And yeah, it was pretty cool. That was all I have to report from the Tri Branch. Any questions for me on Tri-Branch report? Seeing none, thank you. Now moving on to Executive Branch report. Is anyone here from the E-Branch that would like to report at this time? E-Branch?
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Alexis Lynn. I'm a first-year broadcast student here at FAMU, and I also serve as the Deputy of Communications for Student Governments Association. So, hello. So, our first report is the Department of Academic Affairs, the Curriculum Committee update. 1 approved online existing course. It is for Allied Health. 1 approved online existing course for Senior Projects, College of Social Sciences, Arts, and Humanities, Visual Arts. 1 new program for the Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, FAMU FSU Engineering School. 1 new program, Masters in Spain, Supply Management and Master of Administration, School of Business and Industry. So for the next department is Department of Student Lobbying. We'll be having a gun and safety regulation rally. The date will be February 21st at 11 a.m. We will be marching to the Capitol to protest, to have a fun protest and advocate for the enhancement of gun regulation and safety. The march will begin at Lee Hall. Students are required to wear orange and green /FAMU attire, and if you're in SGA, just wear like your SGA polo and badge. And wear comfortable walking shoes. Also today, as you know, Student Body Vice President nominee Deja Sawyer will be coming up for confirmation tonight. She's over there, so that'll happen later on. And I also have the flyer. I'll pass it around for the gun and safety march that you all should participate in, because you all know it's a lot going on with these guns. So we need to really show our faces to make a change in our community. And that's all for the E-Branch reports.
Any questions at this time? Yes, Acting Pro Tem Jean Baptiste.
I'm sorry, you said the date for that was the 21st. That's in Wednesday.
February the 21st at 11 a.m. Yes.
Is there any further questions at this time for the E-Branch report? You're not working at this time. We don't have the gallery open. If you'd like to come up, you can, because I know you're a part of the E-Branch. You come up and say something on your behalf.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Mary Campbell, junior English education student from Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm a part of academic affairs and student government. Just one point of clarification for the additional program in the School of Business and Industry. There was a master's program in supply chain management that was added. That's all I had to say.
Any further questions at this time for the E-Branch report? Seeing none, thank you so much. Now moving on to J-Branch report. Is there anyone here from the J-Branch like to report at this time? J-Branch? All right. Oh yeah, because I think J-Branch is having a meeting right now. But I will say this on their behalf. Traffic court is a real thing now. They have quorum. So if anybody has tickets, they will be advertising when they have their first meeting to, convene. So if you got tickets, they got you. Now move on to point I, Campus Activity Board report. There is none. Move on to point J, lives and speakers. Senator J. Jackson, now the floor.
Okay, up first we'll have NSBC, the National Society of Black Engineers.
Destiny Edwards. I serve as the FAMU SGA Student Grants Coordinator for the trip. I'm not sure if you guys remember me or not, but you guys approved the trip for us to go to the Black Engineer of the Year Award Conference. I wanted to come and update you guys on how it went because we got back. The conference was phenomenal. 30 out of the 43 students that went got offers on internships and jobs. Myself got 3 offers from Lockheed Martin. The seminars were great. From my students, their favorite one was how to rob a bank legally. I didn't get to go to that one, but that was a popular one amongst them. As far as the awards go, one of our alumni who graduated last year did win an award for his innovative way of designing networks as far as IP addresses go. So we were really happy to be there to support him as he represents FAMU. I brought a flyer for you guys to look at so you can read everything about him, but it was a really great conference. I feel as though we really needed to go to that conference, and I thank you guys so much for allowing us to go, and we look forward to next year.
Up next, we'll have the Director of Student Lobbying, Ariana Tyndale.
Good evening. I am Ariana Tyndale, a second-year pre-med biology student from Canton, Ohio. I am also your Director of Student Lobbying for SGA. I just came up to give more information on the march that's happening on Wednesday. So as of now, I have been in contact with FAMU PD as well as TPD. So we're working on getting the streets barricaded so that it will be a clear march from Lee Hall all the way to the Capitol. If you don't want to march, you can meet us there at the Capitol steps where the Dolphins are. It's the very front of the Capitol building. As far as the logistics of it, we are having 100 students from Marjorie Douglas High School, which is a school that did have the devastating shootout last week. So we'll have 100 students coming, marching with us from Lee Hall all the way to the Capitol. So that's a really big deal. One thing we are asking is, that was asked of me, is to see if we could supply some type of water or food while they're here. They are here not by our dollar, but by someone else's, but they are on limited income. So if anyone would like to donate, bottles of water, snacks, anything, that would really help them out. When we get there, we do have a couple of appointments. You do not have to stay for those appointments to talk to your representative, but I think it's super important that we at least show our face for these appointments, and as well as speak our truth. Anything that you have to say about gun regulation or safety, this is your time to be heard. As well as she did say that we are wearing orange and green. There will be media coverage. I did not set this up. It was already in motion. They had caught wind of the march, or this was originally a rally, but I made it into a march for FAMU students. So there will be media coverage. So, look your best and wear your orange and green. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer.
Senator James Carter, you have a question?
Hey, Ms. Tyndale, you said something about donations. Is there any money coming from the President's discretionary fund to aid in some of the donations for waters and snacks?
As of now, I have not checked on that. It was just brought to me literally like an hour ago, so I was just putting it out there if you would like to donate, anyone who was participating in the march.
Senator McClinton?
This is not necessarily a question for me, but also whether anything you know how much water. Like I know we have issue. How many of those? Are we willing to?
I do not recall because I know we definitely ran out of some. Or would I have to double check with Torin Davis, who's somewhere upstairs or in class, but he'll be down here shortly, and we can get a solid answer. Yes, Senator Jay Carter. Senator back now enter.
Where's the sign up for? How are students going to sign up so that are students going to be excused from class?
Oh yes.
For this.
Another point. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Mm-hmm. No, I just want to know if they're going to be excused from class, and is there any sign up portion that we can pub for you and whatnot?
Yes, there will be class excuses given from the president's office if you would like to participate in the march and you have class during that time. Because we wanted to have as many students as possible to participate in this march because we want to come out in droves. A lot of times we tend to be on the back end of participation when it comes to stuff at the Capitol, and I really would love to make sure we get as many students out there as possible. So they will be giving excuses. For you to be excused, you do have to sign in at the booth that we will have at Lee Hall Steps in order for your name to be on the list to get an excuse letter.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? And just sort of kind of to add in to kind of like let y'all see the importance of why we're doing this. So we have people from outside sources kind of coming to FAMU to help us out with the rally. The reason is because House Bill 231 is on the board of House of Representatives and the Senate. That bill is pretty much talking about guns in terms of Florida and the policy on guns in Florida. I know are most of you all kind of aware what's going on with that policy and with that bill? Mm-hmm. Y'all are?
But could you enlighten everybody else? Because everyone's not,
Yeah, most definitely. And so in Florida, Trayvon Martin, that's a case of what has happened in terms of guns being in Florida. And so what this bill is to do is to actually try to eradicate those guns being in the state of Florida. And it's actually double checking on the mental health and the mental ability of people who are actually purchasing guns. And so, like, we want to go up there, we want to rally because as African Americans, we are the minority in this world that we live in. And so having people just carry around guns, as we saw what happened in Broward County, that's not cool. And what we want to do is fight against that and fight for a cause. I mentioned last year in terms of SGA, we can either do...
Excuse me, Trustee Harrison, your time has expired.
I'm sorry.
Senator Antonor? Second. Probably in the second to extend time indefinitely. Is there any readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please provide by the sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
All right, I appreciate that. But at the beginning, like when we first started out our turn, I mentioned one thing. I said we can either do two things. We can either A, work together and we can actually solve problems, which is what we're sort of kind of on the verge of doing. And I appreciate SGA for doing what y'all had to do this year so we can kind of work together. Or we can fight against each other. And so this is an opportunity for us to actually unify as a defined unit and work as student leaders. So the students who are sitting over in that section, they can see what you all do on a day-to-day basis. Even though you stay in these Senate meetings for hours, I understand that. But this is something bigger than ourselves. This is something bigger than FAMU. This is something that's actually implementing change and making an impact in our community. So I actually support all of you all, and I commend Ariana for taking the work on herself to actually sort of kind of get this rally going. We have great people like Philip Agnew, who's coming back to campus to sort of kind of help us organize this as well. So definitely come out. Excuses will be given. You can all make up your work for your classes. I know for a lot of people that's important. That's the main reason that you're here. I understand that. But it wouldn't hurt anyone to take an hour or two out of your day to interact with those students who are directly affected, and also to actually go out to the Capitol and actually implement an impactful change so those senators and those House of Representatives cannot just say, oh, they're just school down the street, but they don't come up here at all, you know? And so we're trying to do something for a bigger picture than what we just see on the day-to-day basis. So that's pretty much it.
Any further questions?
Okay, so that is for the rally, and we would love for you guys all to come. On the second thing that I had come up to speak to you all about, the National Alumni Association actually had a really great talk with all of us when we went to the Capitol. If you attended Family Day at the Capitol, thank you so much for your participation with that. But I was reached out to today because there is actually a program for us to get into your freshman year of college when you get here to become a lifetime member of the National Alumni Association. And I'm not sure if you guys know what they do, but it comes with many benefits, as well as giving back to your school. And, you know, you see these people that have primary parking spots when the game comes. Those are National Alumni Association people, and they do so much in our community, so much for us as students. A lot of your scholarships that you're on, those things are paid for by the National Alumni Association. So they have reached out to me to have more of a forum of some sort to make sure that students are getting what they need from the National Alumni Association, because there have been many cries for help. So they're really reaching out and saying, what do you need? So when this does come out and the flyer is pubbed, I would love for everyone to make sure you are there and vocalizing what you need as a university, because we can say anything we want on social media and we can bash FAMU and we can say, oh, we need this, oh, we need that, but until you tell the person that's willing to give it to you, it's not going to be done. So I would really love if you guys all would come out to that. So that's really important. But thank you. Any questions with that?
Yes, Senator McClinton.
Yes, I believe I did already drop it in there, but if not, I can double check on that.
Any further questions at this time? Seeing none, thank you so much. Senator Jay Jackson, anyone else?
Next, we'll have Senate Pro Tem Morissette. So, he's not here.
No, like he really needs to talk about this because this is like really important. But someone move to extend your time.
As the floor, Senate President.
You do.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Rashard Morissette. I'm a second-year agriculture business scholar from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm just a regular student.
Decorum, please.
I'm just a regular student until tomorrow, until I reassume my role as Senate Pro Temp for elections. But just coming up here to speak on a couple of things. So, I apologize in advance for, I'm already long-winded and I have a lot of things to talk about. So, boom, here we go. Number one. So, just a quick update for the Senate. I've been doing putting in a lot of volunteer work this week. The the ratification packet has been compiled. It's about 34, 35 pages. It's sitting in my email. I'll make sure I send it out to you guys as a regular student, and it'll be submitted to General Counsel so they can, take a look. They can take a look. They can review it and whatnot before it goes before the Board of Trustees to be ratified. So that's number one. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that. And number two, if you notice on the online statutes, the 2015 documents, you see in the table of content, I believe it's page 3 or 4, you see you got Title 1 through 15, but when you scroll all the way down, you see that the document ends at Title 14. That's because Title 15, the ASFBO title, was not on there. And
what is ASFBO?
ASFBO stands for the Activity and Service Fee Budget Office. I apologize. So that title was not on there. So after a tedious 2 hours or 3 hours, I want to say 4 or 5 actually, me, Senate President, and Bria Floyd and Miss Mary, our beloved Miss Mary Brown Ellis upstairs, we found it. And this document is sitting in your emails. I just forwarded it to you all. I think about an hour ago, I forwarded that document to you all. And if you look over it, it sounds really familiar. And it took me a while to put one and two together, but it's pretty much the document that gives joint operations their roles and duties and whatnot. So that's the title that describes everything regarding joint operations, as far as the administrative assistant, the SGA coordinator, the videographer, the web content manager, we're supposed to have a press secretary, the photographer, webmaster, all these different things. And this piece of document was missing from the 45th Student Senate. It was approved and all of that, but it was missing from the 45th. I think it was, I honestly don't know how this went missing. I think it was lack of minutes or whatnot, but just so you all know that it's going to be a part of the ratification packet. I was hoping Chairwoman Orsborn would be here so I could let her know, but I'll inform her personally that we'll add this to the ratification packet because it was never ratified, even though we approved it. We did not approve it, even though the 45th approved it. It was never ratified. So there's that, and I just wanted to also come up here and commend you all. As a regular, student in the gallery, I'm actually seeing the real work that you all are putting in, and I really want to commend you all. You guys are staying here for the, till 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, whatever, however long you guys are here, because I don't have to do it anymore. I'm really proud of you all. I really am. I'm really proud of you all. You guys are getting these allocations out there. You guys are passing bills. You guys are making unselfish decisions, because the real work goes on in here. And I ask that you all support everybody else, in their endeavors as far as the E-Branch is concerned. When it comes to the gun violence, just to let you all know, I come from Broward County, so Parkland is, I want to say, 25 minutes out from where I stay. So this really could have been Blanchard High School or Dillard High School or Fort Anderson, or a lot of people in this room are from that area. So I ask everybody to come out and support, and even Coral Springs. I forgot to mention that for Andy being Baptiste. But yeah, on a serious note, I ask you all to come out and support this, because this is definitely bigger than us. This impacts students. Like 17 people died. I just want to let that sink in. That's more than quorum for us. Quorum is 15 people. Like 17 people died. People lost their lives. So this is a serious matter. It's been going on for many years. And that being said, I'm glad that I kept it brief, straight to the point, and I'm done.
That'll be all for us tonight.
Is there any questions for Mr. Morissette? Yes, Senator Snipes.
I guess I'll ask Senator Baptiste, wouldn't it be easier just to put this on our agenda now and just like pretty much slap our names on it?
It was already approved, but it got lost in, I guess, translation somewhere between
The 46 and the 47.
Yeah, but it was passed and approved in the 45th.
Okay, so like there's like no like dead, like it doesn't die back down?
No, like it was approved, it passed, just the person, whoever was over it, never did what they needed to do.
Okay.
Like it's done, like it's passed, it's golden.
Okay, cool.
Decorum,
please.
Is there any further questions for Mr. Morissette at this time? Seeing none, thank you so much. Yes, Senator Hall?
I move to waive Rule 5.02, Senate attire from the internal rules of procedure of the legislative branch.
Probably moved in second to waive 502.
502. 5.02.
5.02. Is there a readiness at this time? Seeing none. Point of information, guys, we learned at the document review day, to waive a rule, it has to win by a 2/3 vote, so we'll have a roll call vote at the end of this. So there will be a roll call vote. It needs 2/3. All right. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Acting State Secretary, roll call vote, please, 2/3.
All right, Senator Green. Senator Jay Carter.
Against.
Senator Climbs. Senator Snipes for Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Strong. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young.
The quorum is during the roll call vote. We need complete silence. Thank you.
Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Ansenor. Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
4.
$14 for 3 against.
The motion passes. Dress code is now waived. Now moving back to the agenda, Senator J. Jackson, is there any more on speakers and lobbying?
That'll be it for us.
Everyone to point K. ANS agency reports. Senator Antonor, is anyone coming up for ANS agency report tonight?
Okay, now we'll have Senator McClinton and Knox.
Hey, y'all, give me 1 second. I'm about to send it out to the 47th. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to send it out to you.
You just snapped at me. So that's
Did you guys send it out yet? All right, it should be coming through emails right now. Everybody got it? All right. So we had the FAMU, and like I said a couple weeks ago, we originally reached out through email, and probably about December or so, we didn't really get a response, and so we actually went up there and spoke to Dr. Taylor, in person, and so in about a couple weeks or so, she was able to give us that report, and so we gave them $15,000 in their annual budget. And so they spent $13,000 on the printing of newspapers, and then $2,000 on changes and modifications to the website, which was actually brought up as a really good deal because the guy that they got to do it was a FAMU grad, and he did it for a much cheaper price than what he would originally do. And so they were really appreciative of the $15,000 that they got because they were now they were capable of printing out the FAMU and more than they were typically able to, is what she indicated to me. So she just wanted me to portray that to the Senate, that they were really appreciative of what they got and hope to do the same thing next year. So, yeah. Are there any questions?
Senator Antinor.
Yeah, she was happy with the $15,000 that she got, so she's looking forward to getting the same amount in next year's budget. Is that all questions?
Any further questions at this time on the ANS agency report from the FAMU? Seeing none, thank you guys so much. Senator, are there any more ANS agency reports at this time? No. Oh, all right. Now move on to point L. University liaison reports. There are none. Point M. Second roll call. Acting Senate Secretary, now the floor.
Senator Green. Here. Senator Bargamento. Here. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
Here.
Senator Climbs. Senator Snipes. Senator Dumas. Senator Hansberry. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator Strong. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Antinor. Senator Hall.
Present.
Senator J. Jackson.
Present.
Senator Rios.
Present.
Senator Eden. Senator Jean Baptiste. Senate President Ford.
Present. Now move on to point in confirmations. Acting ENA Chairman, Senator J. Carter, you now have the floor.
At this time, I'd like to call Deja Sawyer to the lectern.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ms. Sawyer. My name is Jeremiah Carter. I'll be serving as the acting ENA chair, and welcome. You have the option of a 2-minute opening, followed by a 10-minute question and answering period, followed by a 2-minute closing. You may start at your discretion.
Alrighty, well, good evening again, everyone. I am Deja Sawyer, a graduating senior from St. Petersburg, Florida. For those of you who do not know, I've probably served in probably every student capacity on this campus except for SGA president and, of course, SGA vice president. Service is what I love. I love helping others. I like being involved. I enjoy planning. I love being on teams to make things work and to come alive. And I just love helping people. I aspire to become the first African-American female mayor of the city of St. Petersburg. And I'm happy for FAMU. So, yeah.
All righty. Okay, first question. How will you effectively execute programs and projects for the executive branch as vice president?
Well, as I just mentioned in my opening, I enjoy organizing and planning things. I just got in pretty much last week. Myself and President Harrison had a meeting just to I wanted to get the vision from him and what everybody else had going on instead of just coming in just hopping in. I wanted to see what the executive branch already had started planning. Pretty much, I would just say, for example, already started just with today, how the student lobby came up. We got together today and just put that together with the student lobbying gun violence thing. Also, let's see, we have a lot of ideas when it comes to voter registration coming up, getting more involved with the athletics departments here. So I have a lot of creative things coming apart, but it's just involving the different departments and secretaries and directors a part of the process, because I can't do it alone. And we have a branch with 13 departments along with the SGA president. So I want to include and incorporate everyone so that, we can make the campus live and just keep that flame burning.
Okay, what are the duties of the vice president?
The duties of the vice president, I would have to step up if the president, gets removed or upon his request. I would be a faculty senate member or the equivalent, and I would help to assist the SGA president in the administrative roles when it comes to the day-to-day functions, operations of pretty much functioning the executive branch on a day-to-day basis. But I do want to say that the SGA vice president, it's not just those 3 duties. Those 3 small, not boring, but pretty much except for the faculty senate, but you can do a lot. It's not about the title. It's about the character and the person. So I plan to come in with only 3 months left. It's not about the time limit, but to just help and be a part of the process of, executing really great things academically, socially, and just for students, who are here just to have a great time, and for freshmen to remember a really great pop-in spring semester. So.
All right, I have a scenario for you type question.
Okay.
A student came.
Switch it up a little bit.
A student came to you with an issue. He was in the financial aid office, and he had a bad experience. He went to admissions and had another bad experience. He happened to see you walking on the quad, and he stopped you and said, "Deja, I'm distraught. I need help." What steps would you take to help that student out with those experiences?
Well, first off, I've had experience with many instances like that, and even in regards to SGA, to where I had to tell that student the brighter side of the things that are going on and not focus on the bad, because a lot of times you have students that are out here telling more so of the bad things. But I would stop and listen to that student and hear what that student has to say. And because it's about the great relations that you build with administration, and because I've done that even before I ran for SGA president last year, I actually had the privilege of serving and meeting different people from my freshman year who works at the financial aid office, who works in the office of the Division of Student Affairs. So I would actually walk with that student there if I'm not on my way to class, because education comes first, so I have to get back to him or her. But yeah, so I would walk with that student there or call someone up to schedule a meetings to see what we can do. The faculty here, I mean, I've had some issues before my freshman year, but I can say that the financial aid office, they've improved on their attitudes. Like, if you have a situation, you know, and you're respectable, you know, you just get your point across, or, you know, you take it to the next person in command. But I would walk that student there to that entity and where they had an issue, and we will both handle it together, or give, you know, him or her the contact information for them to call and contact to handle that.
Thank you. I yield my time to the floor.
Senator Snipes.
If there are no further questions, I move to accept this candidate and skip the pro and con debate.
Second.
It's right move second to accept this candidate and skip the pro and con debate. Is there anyone writing this at this time? Yes, Senator Anthony, what's your writing this?
If they have questions, feel free. That's why I know a lot of people do not, like, they don't know me, so.
Does the maker rescind his motion?
I'm sorry, Nat, but no.
See, is there anything further on writing this? Yes or not? See how there's no further on writing this? All in favor, please signify by sign of aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Division.
That was not division.
Division was called, and according to Robert's order, when division is called, we have to do a roll call vote.
It's gonna be one of them nights.
So a 4, decorum please. A 4 is to accept this candidate and skip the pro and con debate and move straight to the vote. So that is a 4. A 4 is to go right into voting. And against is to open the floor back up for questions. Alrighty? Senator, Acting Senate Secretary, you now have the floor.
Senator Green. Senator Argumento. Senator J. Carter.
Abstain.
Senator Climes. 4. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Myers. Senator Strong. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Hall. Senator Antinor.
Against.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator Eden. Senator Jean Baptiste.
Against.
Senator, did I call you Senator Strong? Okay. Senator Carter.
Abstain.
$13 for, 1 abstention, 4 against.
The motion passes. We're moving. We're about to go into a roll call vote. So, Acting Secretary, you know the floor yet again.
Senator Green. Senator Bargamento. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
Abstain.
Senator Climes. 4. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Strong.
4.
Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Antinor,
In favor.
Senator Hall,
Highly in favor of.
Senator J. Jackson,
4.
Senator Rios,
4.
Senator G. Baptiste,
Highly in favor of.
Senator J. Carter,
Abstain.
$17 for, 1 abstention.
Congratulations.
Oh, wait. I just didn't have a 2-minute.
You have a 2-minute close.
Okay. Really, I'm gonna be brief, but I just want to give like a little words of encouragement and just like how God works. I came in my freshman year with the mindset and knew what I wanted to do and what I aspired to be. I wanted to be the SGA president. I came in my freshman year. I was gonna run for freshman class president, but it didn't work because my best friend who came up here with me, finances and stuff like that didn't work, and loyalty is, above all. So I didn't do it. I looked at that and just said, God, it just wasn't my time. A position in the Senate opened up my freshman year to be appointed, and it was 10 of us at the time, and I went for it, and I didn't get it. My sophomore year came around. I became a resident assistant. I then went and reapplied. You're now current Senate President, Rakeem. We both, and Paige as well, your senator. We all came in together my sophomore year. So I then became a senator. Then my junior year, I became the president of Big Sister Little Sister with the highest recruitment since 2008. And then I became the Elections and Appointments Committee chairwoman in the 46th Student Senate. So what I'm saying is, if you have the desire to really want to make a change, it doesn't have to be big. You can make an impact wherever you are. You don't need a title. And the funny thing is, and what people ask, how am I here today accepting to be the student body vice president with Devin Harrison? But we just ran against each other, all of us, myself, him, and Marquise. But here I was, the beginning of November, doing a recruitment trip at the FAMU College of Law, took a busload of students down there to expose them to the opportunities of what our law school have with Marquise McMiller, who also ran against me for student body president. So you have to keep the personal out. If you all are really here to want to make change.
Excuse me, Vice President Sawyer, your time has expired.
Yes, Senator Rios.
Motion to extend time for 5 minutes.
I don't need 5 minutes, but
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Second. It's about a second to extend her time by additional 2 minutes. Is there any readiness? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by a sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion passes.
So pretty much just to give you like a words of encouragement, like whatever you want to do, you can do it. This is a great university. You don't need a position or a title to do anything here. You have the resources to really plan out and do whatever. And I know 3 months is a short time, but there's a lot of work to be done to bring this campus to higher heights. So definitely contact myself or Devin. You see me on campus, like don't be afraid to like talk, but we're looking forward to working together with all branches to really make student government, one, and to make it complete and to be a unit. So to the senators, keep working hard. The freshman senators, keep grinding. It's a really great opportunity to grow as a leader truly in the Senate. You get all the sharp skills that you need to be successful if you're trying to reach higher leadership. So thank you again, and looking forward to serving you.
Now at this time, would Dr. Hudson please come? Swear in our SJ Vice President.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Repeat after me. Yes, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Deja Sawyer,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to defend,
to
uphold,
and uphold,
uphold,
excuse me, sorry for the word,
and abide
and abide
by the Constitution
by the Constitution
and statutes
and statutes
of the Student Government Association
of the Student Government Association
and the policies
and the policy
of Florida
of Florida
Agricultural
Agricultural
and Mechanical
Universities,
and to faithfully
and to faithfully
execute
execute
the responsibility
the responsibility
of the Student Senate
of the Student Senate
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Senate President, I'd like to ask a moment of personal privilege. I have a little announcement to make.
Granted.
Students, I want to make an announcement before the street committee gets out and says it, but I just wanted the students to know that I am a finalist for the presidency of an HBCU in Missouri called Lincoln University. I will be interviewing this week, so I am one of the 2 finalists. That does not mean I'm leaving. But I'm interviewing them to see what they got to offer. But I'm always transparent, and so I wanted to make sure that students were aware. So that does not mean I'm accepting, that does not mean that I'm going, but I am one of 2 finalists for the position of president. The only other thing I want to say, as you guys are talking about lobbying, remember that your votes count. You guys may not be aware, but there has been a bill in the legislation for the past 3 years to allow guns on campuses. That includes assault rifles. So you need to be aware. And how does that impact you? Think about the number of times you dropped your phone. Think about the number of times you've seen someone upset on campus. Now think about that person with a gun in their hand. So take all of these things seriously. It's very important that you participate in all of these events. I've buried 7 students this year, and I've known each one of them. That's hard. That's very hard. I have to talk to the parents and console the parents. And so that's part of the toughest part of my job, not the budget, not dealing with all the other issues. It's calling a parent who will never see their child again. And so that's just this year. I'm not going to go back how many students I've buried since I've been here 10 years. But I really need you to take this seriously. Take your efforts seriously. You might not understand, but you guys have more power than the president, the vice president, all of the staff at the university combined. Because if you look at every movement, it was started by students. It's because you can say things we cannot say. Remember that. A lot of you are involved in organizations. I know everybody who's involved in organizations, basically. That's my job. But what was your organization started on? Don't forget that at all. All right, thank you.
Now move on to point B under confirmations. AJ, are you now on the floor?
Is Markeisha Sank Forward here? Markeisha Sank Forward? Okay, can you approach the lectern, please?
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Carter. I'm serving as the acting ENA chair. Welcome. You have an option of a 2-minute opening, followed by a 10-minute question and answering period, followed by a 10-minute close. You may start at your discretion.
Hi, everyone. I am Markeisha St. Ford, a fourth-year biology pre-med student from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by way of Port St. Lucie, Florida. I'm happy to be here tonight.
Okay. What are the duties of the Electoral Commission?
They have to post an unofficial list of the candidates on the election board by 6 p.m. They need to provide candidates with a copy of the election code, the election schedule, and alternative forms of Chapter 600.
Okay. What is the composition of the Electoral Commission?
The electoral commissioner, deputy electoral commissioner, 5 to 8 precinct supervisors, and volunteers.
Okay. Can you name the precincts?
Grand Ballroom, Dyson Pharmacy, College of Law, College of Engineering, the new pharmacy building, Tucker Hall.
Okay.
That was 7. Grand Ballroom, Dyson Pharmacy, SBI, Tucker Hall, new pharmacy building, College of Law, College of Engineering.
Okay.
I said them all right. Sorry.
What's the chronological order of events for the election codes?
Declaration of candidacy, dead days, campaign period, election day, runoff elections.
Okay. What's a special election? What are special elections?
A special election is when the winning candidate is disqualified, and there's a new election in which only the qualified candidates from the ballot are put on and the qualified write-ins.
All righty. I yield my time to the floor.
Senator McClinton.
No, I do not.
Senator Knox.
Second.
Then properly moving second to accept this candidate is in readiness. Senator Snipes.
I ask the maker of the motion to rescind his motion and strike out the pro and con debate.
Second.
Then properly moving second to strike out the pro and con debate. Is there any readiness to strike the pro and con debate? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. You guys have it. So the motion has been amended to strike out the pro and con debate. So now we are back on the main motion, which is to accept this candidate and not have a pro and con debate. Is there any further readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Yes, have it. Acting Senate Secretary, please do a roll call vote, please.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator Jay Carter,
4.
Senator Climbs, Senator Snipes for Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator Strong, Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Knox, Senator Antinor, Senator Hall, Senator Jay Jackson,
4.
Senator Rios,
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste,
4.
$18 4-0 against.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have an option of a 2-minute closing.
I hope you guys have a good night. Like I said, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Senator Backman, I'll enter. Senator Backman, I'll enter. Seeing no further confirmations, and I'll move on to point O, unfinished business. To the author of SAB 18SP-015, University Council Center, please approach the podium and any relative parties. Yes, Senator Antinor. Gretchen. Decorum, please. Senator Climbs, please take ANS liaison. Senator Climbs, ANS liaison. Yes, Pro Temp.
This is a question for OFC Chair Leo. How much do you have, what is the current status of accounting?
How's it going, everyone? I'm Jacob Rios. I'm a fourth-year economics student in Tampa, Florida, and I serve as the 47th Student Senate Organization and Finance Committee Chairman. And right now, in the Senate unallocated, we have around $131,000 left.
All right, good evening, everyone. You've seen me already. Starting with the second whereas clause. Whereas the University Counseling Services is an amazing entity to the student body, and I've handled over 75 crisis services this school year alone. And whereas the counseling services do not have the traveling equipment required to travel on campus at times, even though many of the crisis services require the counselors to travel across campus to accompany our students at need in a timely manner. And whereas equipping the counseling services with funds to purchase a golf cart will benefit the student body in many ways, such as allowing the counselors to report crisis incidents in a timely manner, which can be the difference between saving or losing a fellow ratler's life. Therefore, be it allocated $8,427.98 to the University Counseling Services to aid them on maintaining and improving the mental health of the student body, whether it be critical or minor. It had to be minor change. It's $1 cheaper on the short side. Any questions? Oh, also update. There were 2 line items added because university policy, they had to have these things attached to the golf cart, but this is a 4-seater electric. It has to be electric. And then, yeah, that's it.
Who said it has to be electric?
We did, because we cannot afford gas.
Oh. Okay, because I know I was talking to Miss Mary. This is real. They said, because I know with electric, you have to like charge it, whereas because the thing is with it being electric, you have to charge it. And the thing is, they said like if it's not charging, you guys are at a crisis situation, you guys just stop midstream. You have to tow it. You can't. It's not like gas where you can like at least push it up a hill or push it to the destination. It'll just be stopped and they don't have to be towed from that location. And it was just like a safety issue and stuff.
All right, so they just gotta charge it.
Right. And I believe it comes with a charger, but that would not be a problem.
Yes, Senator Lamar.
Seeing that this bill has come in front of the Senate these 4 times, University Counseling Service, one, I mean, y'all cut the bill down from 2,000. It's really not a lot. There's no further questions. We didn't cut to accept the patient bill. Second.
I did not accept the motion on the fact that I just have one quick question. Then we could just one quick question. Denied. I'm not gonna. It's no. This honestly will determine a lot. Out of curiosity, did you guys attend the golf cart training last week?
No, but I believe, except for myself, that was on maternity leave, all the other staff members have been certified as of last year.
Okay, just want to make sure because I can't even drive the golf cart, so like I want to make sure they are certified because it would suck to buy them this golf cart and they're not trained or certified. It would really be wasting money. Just want to make sure we're doing our due diligence. So Senator Lamar made a motion to accept this legislation. It was seconded by
Carter.
It just needs to be one. Senator Snipes. All right. It's probably going to second to accept this legislation. Is there any unwrittenness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, signify by a sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Now, Assistant Secretary, roll call vote, please.
All right, guys. University Council Senator Golf Cart. Senator Green. Senator Bargamento. Senator B. Carter.
No, we don't do that for
Senator J. Carter.
4.
Senator Climbs. I'm abstaining. Senator Lamar. 4. Senator LaVille.
4.
Senator McClinton.
4.
Senator Strong.
4.
Senator Plaisir.
4.
Senator Williams.
4.
Senator Young. Senator Knox.
4.
Senator Antonor. Senator Hall.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator J. Baptiste.
4.
Guess I'm gonna go 4. 18-4, 0 against.
Congratulations, the motion passes. Congratulations.
Can I get some?
It's gonna be a long night.
Excuse me, y'all know y'all have to waive this rule, right? Y'all cannot have this on the DS. Thanks.
Will the author of SAB 18SP-027 and related parties come to the podium? Allocation bill for the College of Pharmacies Student Council Association.
If there's any other representatives for the Pharmacy Student Association, could you guys please come up? Good evening again to everyone. This is the allocation bill to the Pharmacy Student Association. You guys have the bill? All right. Cool. Starting on the second whereas clause, whereas the College of Pharmacy Student Council Association holds over 15 plus health organizations whose sole purpose is to help FAMU students in pharmacy and health study gain exposure in the world of health, as well as strengthen their network in the increasing field of professionals. And whereas the Student Council Association is asking for funding to uphold, improve one of the FAMU's most notable departments in the state of Florida through numerous line items. And whereas funding the Student Council Association will help not one nor two, but 15 plus organizations along with the College of Pharmacy now to better prepare these rattlers for their profession in the study of pharmacy. Therefore, be allocated $21,200 to the Student Council Association to continue to in aiding rattlers in the field of pharmacy through the line items asked in the request. And so you guys can scroll down with the line item. It's $21,200. This request covers basically the entire College of Pharmacy, which is 6 classes, which hold around 150 in each class, and that's about 900 people in total. We pay about $10.50 per credit hour, and so let's say all those 900 students only took 12 hours. They're putting $100,000 towards our budget alone. So this is minuscule, I feel like, for them to come up and ask for it. They've done around 20 events this semester alone, and these people are very impactful in terms of the entire College of Pharmacy.
Senator Lamar.
Senator Knox, question. So I was in the OFC meeting, and could you let the entire Senate know what it was and what you guys cut it down to, please?
Oh, yeah, it started off around $43,000. They had another event as well as a couple of, I think, activities and program line items that were striked out. So this is less than half of what they asked for.
Senator Snipes.
Can you explain the travel line item to me, please?
So for our travel line item for APHA, our annual meeting, all we ask for is our hotel and the transportation. That transportation is an Astro bus. That's the quote I got from them. And the hotel that we're trying to stay is right across from our host hotel, the Omni in downtown Nashville. The Omni was about $648 a night, and this was the cheapest one closest to it. The actual event, APHA is a pharmacy organization in which pharmacists will come down to Nashville and talk to us students, and they'll hold CEs, continuing educations for pharmacists. There's a lot of student opportunities. For example, in mid-year ASHP in December, I got to talk to a representative from Eli Lilly in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I now have a rotation there for Eli Lilly. So this is just an opportunity for us as students to gain exposure and to spread FAMU throughout the United States.
Senator Jay Jackson.
Got no further questions. I move to accept this piece of legislation.
And then brought me the second to accept this piece of legislation. Is any unrightness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Acting State Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter,
4.
Senator Clines,
4.
4. Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille,
4.
Senator McClinton,
4.
Senator Strong,
4.
Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams,
4.
Senator Young, Senator Knox,
4.
Senator Hall, Senator J. Jackson,
4.
Senator Rios,
4.
Senator G. Baptiste,
4.
$17 for, 0 against.
Congratulations, the bill passes. Point of information, OC Chairman, can you give us a running total?
Yeah, it's 101. It's 101.
So we have $101,000 left for the remainder of the semester.
So just keep that in mind.
Senator Williams, can you please take the chair? Senator Williams, please take the chair. Next up, we'll have SAB 18SP-028, allocation to FANG leadership.
Good evening again, everyone. This is the allocation bill to FANG leadership for their trip. Starting on the second whereas clause, whereas the FANG leadership program, oh, you want to wait? Okay. All right, starting on the second whereas clause, whereas the FANG leadership program is an amazing initiative to build Rattler leaders up and give them the foundation to manage and guide people even without a title or obligation. And whereas this organization can fulfill and meet these expectations of a leader at the NASPA conference in Anaheim, California. And whereas helping these Rattlers out will not only help us in building more strong leaders in the FAMU community, but also allow us to gain leadership within the NASPA program committee. Therefore, be appropriated $12,400 to the FAMU Leadership Organization to represent and excel at the NASPA conference in Anaheim, California. Like I said last week, this is a great program that Ms. Boyd is spearheading, and she's also had given the opportunity to be a part of the committee for the next year conference. And so getting them there will just give more presence and representation and help us out in the long run so that way we can get more Rattlers out in the future.
Senator Lamar. Because my budget is $1,200 that I was given for the entire year to do any programming. And with that being said, that was my budget, but I have raised probably $6,000 or $7,000 for students to attend different events and activities on campus that they didn't have to pay for. So I don't have the luxury of going out and asking people to just donate to things that I'm doing. I try to do it for everybody so they didn't take out registration because it's getting there. And leadership is something that the university should offer to all students, and there shouldn't be something tied to it because it should be an advantage for everybody. Not just because registration is expensive sometimes. In some conferences, it's only registration. And currently, there's no line item for research and travel or presentation funds for individual students. They have to come before the entire Senate and ask for allocations. And at most institutions, that money's already provided for them to actually come and have a set amount that they can ask for.
Senator Jean Baptiste. I don't know if I missed it, but I didn't see a date.
It's it's June 7th through the 9th. Mm-hmm.
All right. If there's no, Senator Lamar, and then Senator McClinton.
It ends July 1st.
Oh, and one more thing, I'm also getting some more money that's not actually coming to us in money. I'm getting to take up to 50 students to Memphis in April to be a part of some of the stuff that's going on. So imagine that bus you just saw that said $5,000 and getting to take students, and that doesn't cover their hotel, their food, and all their lodging while they get to go, and that's open to any student that's interested in going that wants to be part of the IN program. So I'm trying to give money back to replace the stuff that I'm asking for the best way that I can do it to equal it out throughout the year.
Senators in the back may enter. Senator McClinton.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to accept this bill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All against, say nay.
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 All right, the ayes pass.
What?
Roll call vote.
All right, FAMU leadership. Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter,
In favor of?
Senator Climes,
4.
Senator 4, Senator Lamar, Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator Strong,
4.
Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Knox,
4.
Senator Senator J. Jackson,
4.
Senator Rios,
4.
Senator G. Baptiste,
4.
Senator J. Carter, no, Senator Lamar.
I ain't in favor.
16-4-0 against.
The bill passes.
Senator
Can I say
Lamar,
one
can you
last
take
thing?
Senator Secretary?
Ain't nobody in the chair. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you, and then I also wanted to tell you we are coming up with along with Student Health, we're having Safe Spring Break Week coming, beginning March 2nd, to remind everybody about everything they can do to be safe about going and coming back. We've had a lot of tragedies happen on the breaks that we've had, so we want to focus on ways to make sure people come back safe, and our 2 hashtags are Rattler Safe and Shed Your Skin. So when a snake does better and improves itself, it sheds its skin. So our goal is for us to do better, be safer, and do the right thing during the holidays and during the break time. So look forward to some things that we're going to be doing that you can enjoy and be a part of and shed your skin.
Thank you.
Senator Green, can you take Senator Secretary?
Next up will be author of SAD 18SB-029. Attacked Hands crew, come to the podium. Yes, Senator Climes.
What is the current running total left in the budget?
It's $89,000.
Guys, an updated bill was sent to your emails like Like an hour, 30 to an hour ago.
All right, I'm going to start from the second whereas clause. Whereas Attack Dance Crew has been embedded in FAMU culture since it was founded April 8, 2010, and has effectively fulfilled its purpose to enhance kinship by way of dance, thus promoting self-confidence and continual love and appreciation for dance as a fine art. And whereas insufficient funding for this organization's spring showcase on April 15, 2018 has impeded the organization from celebrating its anniversary, inhibiting its members from taking advantage of this strong platform as a medium to express their artistic abilities. And whereas the Student Government Association has an opportunity to recognize Attack Dance Crew for its invigorating performances and accomplishments, as well as helping shape Florida A&M University into a premier university by funding their spring showcase. Now, therefore, be it appropriated $5,050 to Attack Dance.
Senator Williams. Granted, senators back will now enter. Janae, take pro tem. Any questions at this time? Yes, Senator Hall.
I motion to accept this piece of legislation.
Second.
I move to accept this piece of legislation.
Second.
Is it probably the second to accept this piece of legislation? Is there any readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please identify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Now move on to a roll call vote. Acting Senate Secretary.
Okay, Senator Green. Senator Bartmento. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
4.
Senator Climbs.
Yes.
I can't vote. Senator Lamar.
4.
Senator LaVille.
4.
Senator McClinton.
4.
Senator Strong.
4.
Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams.
Go.
Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Hall.
In favor of.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios.
Against.
Senator J. Baptiste.
4.
Senator Bargamento. Senator Plaisir. Senator Young. $13 for, 1 abstention, 2 against.
Congratulations, the motion passes. Legislation passes.
$13 for, 1 abstention, 2 against. Solo, is this event's on the same day as the Mahogany event, right?
It's not. It is April 15th.
Oh, they moved?
Yep. If you can read the new thing, Majay, new deal. It says the April 15th. Yeah, that's why they moved it. Because the reason they moved it was because they filled out a facility request form, and they found out somebody else already had booked Gaither. That's not even. I don't know who they found out booked it, but
So they already booked Gaither.
so yeah, for the 15th, yeah, they got a book.
Senator Knox. You have quorum.
What do you ask?
Granted. Next up, the author of SAB 18SP-030 Diamond Dances. Please approach the podium and any related parties.
Watch our head. Watch your head.
I heard that.
All right, y'all, we're going to start from the second whereas clause. Whereas the purpose of the Diamond Dances is to enlighten and expand societal views in all areas of dance, in addition to increasing the understanding of and the appreciation for dance visual art form, and whereas the mission of the Diamond Dances is to distribute their time and talent to those in need of service, foster an environment where members can freely develop their skills, exemplify positive characteristics as to uphold the integrity of the university. The Diamond Dancers are in need of supplies and clothing to exemplify what a Diamond Dancer truly looks like. And whereas purchasing new dancing shoes and capes will allow the Diamonds to perform for the fall 2018 football games and spring basketball games, which will bring some spirit back to the campus of Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University. Therefore, be it appropriated $9,129.40 for the Diamond Dancers can continue to shine bright like the diamonds they are. I just want to point out the president can speak to you on why they need these different things, like the different shoes and stuff, like what they go through. So go ahead, President.
Hello, everyone. I am the president of the Diamonds of FAMU, Nakia Jefferson, a third-year environmental science major from Jacksonville, Florida. So mainly, as you guys can see, we have 4 pairs of shoes because we do different events. We do parades, pep rallies, convocation, football games, basketball games. We try to go out to high schools, talk to the high school girls. So with each event, we use different shoes. For the games, we use character shoes or jazz shoes. For pep rallies, we like to use the bulky type Hooters-looking shoes. Parades, we like to have the boots, so that way walking on the streets is easier for us. And last season, we really were only able to work with 1 pair of shoes. So it's like now we're dancing in holes, dancing with tights and holes, but we're doing what we can because we love what we do. So that's the main reason why we're asking for this money.
Then, Acting Pro Temp Baptiste.
How much are your dues?
$200.
Per semester, like,
Just as for whenever you join, you pay $200 and that's it.
Okay.
Senator Jay Carter.
Hi, do y'all have any sponsors or alumni from Diamond Dancers giving back to y'all?
No, we do not.
Follow up.
Follow up granted.
Have y'all ever reached out to them?
No, we have not. It's kind of hard to reach out to some of our alumni. Some come back, but when they do come back, it's just like a hey and bye. It's never like a, what do you guys need? Can we help out type deal? So.
Okay.
Senator Jerry Jackson.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I would definitely urge that you all try to build those relationships, but beyond that, what type of fundraising events have you all put on to like aid?
So far, we have not put on any fundraising events yet. We plan to start a fitness class every month to involve the student body. I'm actually a personal trainer in training, so I plan to do that, host a fitness class. We also plan to host a heels class, and also when we have Diamond for a Day, what we do for the football season, where we have individuals who would like to dance with us for the game, we have Diamond for a Day, and that's also another fundraiser that we do.
Well, granted.
Do you all have a specific amount that's already like put aside to contribute?
Right now, we have $1,122 put aside from our dues, and that money is basically going to be used for everything that is not on that list.
Senator, I know it's campaign week, and I'm not going to get up here and campaign. I'm going to tell the truth. 2 years ago, we wrote a bill for the Diamonds. It was $12,000. They hadn't got funded in 10 years. Believe it or not, they add to the recruitment for this university. Whether we acknowledge them or not, they add to the recruitment for this university. When we go to the games and everybody sit down and enjoy the Diamonds, that's recruitment. That's enhancement. The Diamond Challenge that went viral, that's recruitment. That's enhancement. Small support. I'm not asking for the whole 9. If y'all could do that, I would appreciate it. But as a former Senate president and a former Senate pro tem, and the first author to even bring their bill up under Cal Washington, any support would be appreciated. This was started by a student right here on our campus, y'all. Just imagine where it could go if y'all help them.
Senator Bargamento.
I just want to ask you a question about what's sequence.
It's that shiny stuff that
Yes, it's the fabric. That's also another point I would like to make. We make all of our costumes. So most of the things that we wear, we order something basic offline, and we use the sequins, rhinestones, glue, all of that. We sit in someone's house and make those costumes by ourselves, by hand.
That's why they asked for a pressing machine as well.
Follow up.
Well, granted.
Because I seen 8 on the quantity 80. So
They come in like coils. Spoils. Spoils. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Senator Snipes.
Okay, with the shoe line items, do you guys keep those shoes? Do they get returned? How does that work?
The shoes are reused, but as I said, when we wear the shoes for certain occasions, they get messed up. So let's say we wear jazz shoes to a game and it rained Friday night. When we go out there Saturday, the ground is wet, the grass is wet, so those shoes could possibly not be used for the next game. We have to end up throwing them away.
Okay, follow up.
Well, granted.
I move to strike all of the shoe line items. Come on, done. Yes.
It wasn't seconded.
Yes, it was. I heard it.
It was second.
It was probably the second to strike out all the shoe line items. Is there unrightness at this time to the motion? Yes, Senator Young.
Well, I mean, because I know from Ben, we have to buy our shoes, and those are 3 different types of shoes. So I honestly
decorum.
Being that she just said they don't usually keep they're not kept in rotation, it would be economical feasible for them to cut the line items. Because you're talking about $40, $40. You're talking about a quantity of 40 for different shoes.
Yeah, further follow up, Senator Young.
Can they just all of the shoes? Can at least
It's okay, baby.
Seeing how there's no further unrightness to the main motion, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
The nays have it. The motion
Excuse
fails.
me, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Would it be possible to propose a straw poll vote as is?
I think it's going to pass already, seeing how we just saw this motion fail for striking out shoes.
All right, cool, perfect. Thank y'all.
Yes, Senator G. Baptiste.
Hey, Mr. President. Okay, the shoes, I understand y'all need everything. Other than that, is there anything else that you guys could possibly not do?
Point of inquiry, or point of information, actually, in OFC, they had about 32 line items on their general expense list. And we asked them what's the top 10 things that they needed, and this was everything that they needed. So I motion to accept this as it is.
In the proper second to accept this piece of legislation, is there unrightness at this main time? Yes, Senator Climbs.
It's just a question.
Does the maker of the motion rescind his motion? The maker does not rescind his motion. Is there any further unrightness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Acting Senate Secretary, roll call vote, please.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter,
Against.
Senator Clines, abstain. Senator Lamar,
Ayes to favor of.
Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton, Senator Strong,
Highly in favor.
Senator Plaisir, Senator Young, Senator Knox, Senator Hall,
Highly in favor of.
Senator J. Jackson,
4.
Senator Rios, Senator G. Baptiste,
Highly in favor.
and I'm abstaining again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
Everybody want to pick a check.
14 for, 1 abstention, 1 against.
Decorum, please. Can you say that again so everyone can hear?
14 for, 1 abstention, 1 against.
Congratulations, legislation passes.
Point of information, abstention is only for when there's a conflict of interest.
The conflict of interest was that I wasn't in favor of the line item.
And I'll need you to have decorum.
Decorum on the top dis.
All right, thank you guys. You guys can leave. Next up, we'll have the author of SAB 18SP-031, Boys of Poison. Please approach the podium at this time. SAB 18SP-031, Boys of Poison. And if there's anyone here that's from Boys of Poison, you guys may approach the podium as well at this time.
The running total for the Senate unallocated is around $75,000.
Senators, this email was sent out last week when it came up for first reading. On the 12th. It's in the 47th group. Okay. Starting from the second whereas clause. And whereas the Boys of Poison, who are affectionately known as B5, has been a monumental addition to the FAMU community since October 31st, 1992, operating under the mission statement, "We don't take dancers, we make them." And whereas the organization is in need of funding for the Tallahassee Dance Down Spring Show on April 21st, 2018, which will be commemorating Boys of Poison's 25th anniversary here on the Hill. And whereas the Student Government Association has an opportunity to recognize the Boys of Poison for 25 years of captivating performances and involvement in our community, as well as helping shape the culture of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. Therefore, be it appropriated $5,300 to Boys of Poison.
Can you just go down so we can see line item budget, please? Yes, Senator Lamar.
Seeing that we don't get so many art organizations, their showcases, I don't see why we can't. I move to accept the piece of.
Second.
It's been properly moved to second to accept this piece of legislation. Is there any unreadiness at this time? Senator J. Carter, is that the unreadiness?
Yeah, can you, let me see. The indoor facility, like, what do you?
I think you need to make it your.
Can you rescind your, Senator Hall, can you rescind your motion, please? Can you, can you rescind your motion, please? I just have a question about the indoor facility. Okay.
The motion has been rescinded. Senator J. Carter, you have a question?
So how long y'all gonna be practicing in the indoor facility? What indoor facility is this?
cheer tech. We'll be practicing there the week of the show, so that way we can see the mirrors and everything, so we know exactly the proper movements and the proper formations.
Follow up. But don't we have a facility on campus that have mirrors in it for y'all to practice in the rec, I believe.
Those aren't. Yes, but the rec closes at 9 o'clock, I believe, and we always practice 8 o'clock, and we always practice after the extended time. So.
All right.
And she's really giving us a deal with the $300 that she's just asking for.
Okay.
Yes.
Senator Young.
Is DJ Busquet doing y'all's cuts?
No.
Also, that's a different key.
Yes.
DJ Busquet can't do and all 600. Okay. All right.
Senator J. Jackson.
What's included in the props?
The props are just the propaganda we're gonna use for different scenes that we have in the show.
What's included? Like the specific items.
Oh, the specific. I have to talk to our ARD about that. He just told us the budget that he needed. He didn't tell us the specific props yet.
Follow up.
Bob granted.
I moved to strike the DJ mixing cuts and strike props by $100 and accept the bill.
Point of inquiry, Senate President.
Someone second the motion.
I didn't hear a second.
I didn't hear one either. It's been almost a minute. The motion fails, unfortunately.
Point of inquiry.
Yes.
This is for OFC chair. I wasn't at the meeting when this bill went through committee, but was this the original price that was brought up, or was this cut in committee?
I think it was cut in committee.
Okay, so seeing how the bill was cut
If I'm not mistaken.
in committee, and the organization did inform me that they're asking for the bare minimum. Their budget is actually larger for what they need for this show, but they're only asking us for a smaller amount.
No, they weren't cut.
They weren't cut?
No.
Well, still, they're still asking for the bare minimum for what they need for this show.
Oh yeah, and we've done numerous fundraisers already to get ready for the show. Each week that our advisor, Christopher Daniels, each week we host play and we get money from play. We also partner with Blaze Pizza to get fundraisers from that, as well as anybody who comes and dances, like a couple old heads who want to come and dance. They have to pay dues of $30 to come and dance in the scene. So we raise money as well to try to get you guys the bare minimum budget.
Senator B. Carter.
My question is about the costume. I know we didn't fund any clothing for the last dance organization, so I'm wondering what the costume was made of. I thought the clothing item was zero. No. Never mind.
Senator Jerry Jackson.
Again, guys, I moved to strike the DJ mixing cuts.
Point of information, you can't make the same motion twice.
I didn't. I didn't say anything about it. I moved to cut the DJ mixing. So.
The problem is second to cut the DJ mixing. Is there any unreadiness at this time to the main motion? Seeing none from the Senate, all in favor, please signify by saying of aye.
Aye.
I didn't see your hand. All against? Nay. The nays have it. Yes, Senator Lamar.
We'll accept legislation.
Second.
The Bible would like to accept this piece of legislation. Is there any readiness? Yes, Senator Young. Does the maker rescind his motion for Senator Young's unreadiness?
Okay, decorum. First and
Senator
final
Lamar,
warning.
Decorum.
Did he rescind his motion?
He said state
No, but she has like a series of questions she wants to ask. So do you rescind your motion or no?
Oh yeah, can you like a dire?
Senator Young, he did not rescind his motion. Is there any further unreadiness to the motion? Yes, Senator Climbs.
I ask the maker of the motion to amend the motion to accept the bill after striking out props.
Point of information.
Yes.
So the organization just informed me that their actual budget for props was $1,000, but they only came to us to ask for $250.
Is there any further on readiness? Seeing how there's no, yes, Senator, who's there? Seeing no further on readiness, all in favor of accepting the piece of legislation, please indicate by sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The motion passes. Senate Secretary, roll call vote, please.
All righty, B5 bill. Senator Green. Senator Bargamento. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter. Senator Clines.
Yes.
Four. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Strong. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Hall.
Highly in favor of.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator Rios. Senator G. Baptiste.
4.
For 2 against.
Congratulations, the legislation passes.
Well, just to let you guys know, B5 said they will give SGC
The quorum.
You
were not recognized.
Okay, could y'all let J.R. do her job?
Yeah, form. Next up, seeing how we struck out the 2 constitutional amendments, we're going right into new business with the author of SAB 18 SP-033, FAMU Athletics Baseball, please approach the podium, and related parties. FAMU Athletics and parties approach the podium.
The FAMU baseball team, you guys can come up.
You can do what you do. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Senate President, I believe I know when I have the floor.
The quorum. You now have the floor, author of this legislation.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Rashard Morissette, and I am the author of this amazing bill. Starting from the second whereas clause. Whereas the Florida A&M University men's baseball program, I meant to say program after baseball, has graced the athletic program since the early 1890s and is currently one of the premier athletic programs in the Middle Eastern Atlantic Conference, MEAC. Since its inception, the program has produced major league players, conference titles, and notable alumni as it continues to make substantial contributions to our beloved university. And whereas the current men's baseball team scoreboard is illegible, it was first installed in 1981. That is 37 years ago. I did the math. And is deemed unrepairable due to the outdated electric wiring system and insufficient funding from FAMU's athletic program has put the men's baseball team in a financial bind. And whereas supplying the men's baseball team with a new scoreboard will be an investment in the program for years, and I stress years to come, and a form of recognition for its accomplishments thus far. Now, therefore, be it appropriated $20,502.56 to the Florida A&M University men's baseball team. Before we accept questions, Senate President, may I read some of the accolades of the FAMU baseball team?
By all means.
Starting from the first accolade, Coach Shoup initiated an instant turnaround for FAMU baseball, taking a program which had won 7 games in each of the previous 2 seasons, 2012 and 2013, to 26 wins in his first season, 2014, capturing a share of the MEAC Southern Division Championship. The shining moment of that 2014 first year was FAMU's stunning 4-3 upset of the University of Florida Gators at their home field. Not in Tallahassee, in Gainesville. Just 2 years in 2015, FAMU won its first MEAC championship in 21 years and advanced to the NCAA regional play for the first time ever. In 2015, the baseball team played in Boston's historic Fenway Park, defeating North Carolina Central 9-4, clinching the MEAC Southern Division title. Just bring titles to FAMU, I'm telling you guys. During the Shoup era, the baseball team has won 62 conference games. That is a massive amount, 62 conference games, resulting in conference championship in 2015 and 3 straight division titles. The 2016 Rattler baseball team finished number 9, that is in the top 10 in NCAA Division I in hitting with a team average of .322.
Other day we were called, so we're going back just straight to the bill. In this order, unless, does the maker want you to? Students back will now enter. In this order, Senator Jay Carter, Senator Lamar, Senator Snipes, and Senator Shaw. I did.
You said Jay Carter.
Oh, Snipes, Senator Jay Jackson, my bad.
I moved to place this bill second reading.
I was finna do that.
And after that, accept the bill.
You gotta
It's 30, probably the 30 seconds.
The motion was out of order because you have to actually waive rules.
Well, I moved to waive the rules.
What
have to
rule?
state the rule in the section, please.
Yes.
I moved to waive rule 5.07, 6.07, and 7.
The quorum bottom is.
And move to place this bill second reading.
There's probably a second to waive 5.07 and 6.02 D through E and 701 A, B, and C. Is anyone writing this at this time? Seeing none.
Decorum.
All in favor, please signify by a sign of aye. All opposed, say nay. This is seeing how we're moving to waive rules. We have to do a roll call vote, which needs to pass by 2/3. Acting State Secretary, you now have the floor. The quorum, please.
All right, this is to waive 5.07, 6.02 D and E, 7.01 A, B, and C for the baseball team. Senator Green?
We're moving to waive the rules. A four is moving to waive the rules, puts us on first and second reading. Against is to not, and have them come back up next week, basically.
Against? Senator Barcamento? Senator B. Carter? Senator Climbs? 4. Senator Lamar? Senator LaVille? Senator McClinton? Senator Strong? Senator Plaisir, Senator Young, Senator Hall,
4.
Senator J. Jackson,
4.
Senator Rios,
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste,
Again.
Senator Lamar. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, 4, 3 against.
Congratulations. It literally just passed by the very minimum of the 2/3. So this bill is now placed on, we waive the rules, so this bill is now on first and second reading.
Just to give some more information with this, you guys are now looking at the scoreboard. And just so you guys know, we talked to the representatives from the baseball team, and they've agreed to, give SGA recognition. So the 57th Student Senate, the 63rd, 75th Student Senate will be able to attend a baseball game and see, sponsored by SGA, on the new scoreboard. And this will be our legacy to FAMU athletics 20 years from now. Just want to let you guys know the scoreboard is beautiful. The line items, the very first one, that's the scoreboard itself. The second one is the wireless platform to, actually go into the scoreboard. And then, I don't know if you guys want to elaborate on
Decorum, please. Senator J. Jackson.
Point of information. Just noticed that we just funded a few dance organizations, and there's not really anything that we can get that's tangible from the investment that we put into them. But if we look, you can see that there's a scoreboard that we're buying, and it's going to be actual physical thing on campus that comes from our Senate or our SGA. So just kind of put that in mind, keep that in mind whenever you guys are voting, because it can go a long way.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
Senators, I don't know if you're all aware of this.
Wasn't there a list you was going by? I thought I was at.
Yeah, but he has something I think is more pertinent that will probably help you guys make a decision.
Not tonight. Point of information. The point of information is an interrupting motion. So if it's pertinent information, he can interrupt your statement. Thank you.
I don't know if senators, if you all know, within all those fees that we have on our iRightler, we do pay an athletic fee. And not only that, me personally, I am for, I like this, I really do, but seeing as how we are the Student Government Association, and I think we should service those student organizations that we have behind this bill as well. That's just the way I feel. I think that we should, I'm not saying cut this bill.
Point of information. Yes, we do have the athletic department does have a budget, but they have not been able to receive funding for the scoreboard through athletics, which is why they have come to us. And there are students who play on our baseball team, so us providing them with a scoreboard is serving the students.
And also, I just want to let everybody know that student government funded the rec. So that big center that you guys see, that is something tangible, something that you guys can walk in, and it's a service that was provided for by Student Government Association. Actually, I think it was less than 15 years ago, and the Senate actually spearheaded that. So I just want you guys to know that while it is uncommon to see athletics come before us, we're like the last straw. And I believe that this will go a long way as far as it's an investment. All of the other bills that we have passed, they're investments as well. But this one, you'll be able to come back 20 years from now. I'll be able to come back 10 years from now as a 32-year-old veteran in corporate America and attend a baseball game and see that my Student Government Association funded this scoreboard. The current scoreboard doesn't even turn on anymore.
Lamar.
Before this bill, just seeing that I would like to know actually just to make sure the name is kept up and that actually will last these amount of years. You just don't want to put it in. That's all. So who will actually work this scoreboard?
if I may. Good evening, Senators. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Keith Miles, the Deputy Athletic Director. This is Dr. John Eason, our Athletic Director, and Coach Jamie Shoup, who you read all of the accolades of the baseball program. Apogee Signs will be the company that will install the new scoreboard, and the actual operation of the scoreboard will be done by the Sports Information Department in the Department of Athletics. Thank you.
That being said, this is an opportunity for FAMU students to not only enjoy the experience of student government supplying a scoreboard to athletics, but also hands-on work experience for our sports information students. Hands-on work experience. Going to corporate America, knowing that I know how to operate this scoreboard.
Next up, Senator Snipes.
I have a series of questions. So first question, OFC Chair, do these line items line up with the finance code as far as expenditures?
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, follow up.
Bob, granted.
This is to Mr. Miles and the rest of his party. Have y'all guys reached out to FAMU, the boosters or alumni association, and looked at cutting this? Because this is a lot. I understand where y'all come from, but have y'all reached out to other entities to see? Yes.
Yeah, if I may, and I appreciate the time of the Senate tonight. It's been an ongoing process since I took over the program in 2014 to try to get our facilities to the level of a Division I program. Quite frankly, in 2014, our facilities were below high school level, really. Our fans, we averaged about 500 to 600 fans for 3 games this weekend, and they came to see a scoreboard that was not legible. I mean, they couldn't hardly read. I had the umpire ask me one time what the score was of the game. We've invested a lot, and we've asked a lot from the community. A personal goal of mine when I took the job was to commit to raising at least $20,000 a year personally. That has gone during my first year toward building a hitting facility that our guys could utilize. That was a $75,000 facility. I raised that. Myself and my staff raised that in the first year. We've also put a backstop with netting to take away the chain link fence to upgrade the facility as well. My second year, that was about a $20,000 ask as well from the community and from people that myself and the other coaches knew. We currently have a building there for our student athletes that I'm doing everything I can to raise money toward having it electricity put in it, plumbing put in it, and having it utilized by our student athletes, our baseball players, to have a shower facility for after the games, to have a locker room. And again, back to 2014, our players were dressing in their car to come to a Division I college baseball game. We've had a makeshift building built there that didn't have shower, doesn't have running water, that they can actually change in, so they're at the facility.
You're good. I motion to accept this I move to accept this piece of legislation or this special allocation request.
Then probably move in second to accept this legislation. Is there any readiness, Senator Lazier? Do you rescind your motion, Senator Rios?
Yeah.
Motion has been rescinded. Senator Lazier?
I'll yield to our athletic director, Dr. John Eason.
In response to your question, I came aboard December the 1st. And since I came aboard, most of my time has been spent a couple of times each week in budget meetings. At the present time, we do not in the athletic department have the funds to operate like we should. We have gone about trying to restructure our department and gone on various fundraising opportunities to try and raise some funds. One of the things that we will embark on in starting Saturday is going out to various communities. We started Lakeland this Saturday trying to raise money for the program, not only for football, the football coach and myself will be going, but it's to raise money for all of the athletic departments. I was on the phone this afternoon talking with various fundraising groups that support the Rattler Athletic Program and talking with them about trying to raise money for all of our athletic programs. At the present time, those funds do not exist. I would love to do something to help in terms of a scoreboard, but we do not have the funds.
Senator Strong.
I'm off this bill. I'm just concerned that it's not going to pass statements in it. Would it be possible if we strike installation? Okay, I'm asking.
Just like buying sneakers without shoes.
You guys can do a straw poll vote. I would appreciate it.
Yes, Senator McClinton.
So I'll say something real quick before I go, and I'll move to make a straw poll vote. But let's think about this. If you think about what we funded, we gave Mahogany what, 15 grand. If we given all these other organizations a lot of money for what, 2 nights, a night of a performance. This is something that'll last like years to go. And so you think about a recruitment standpoint, and as a potential high school player, and you coming in, you see the scoreboard, this nice facility that they're working on getting together, and you think about how many people we can bring in, how much like opportunity we can get going towards this baseball program, and just to kind of build it up and keep it going. Recruits. Exactly, recruits. And so that'll continue to, because the recruits graduate. They play baseball, they graduate, they contribute to Florida A&M as a whole. And so when you think about what this scoreboard can do, just bringing money in, I really see this $20,000 in the grand scheme of things to be a really smart investment on our behalf. As many of y'all know, I think, as I've told you, I tried out for the baseball team. Didn't make it. But one of the things that Coach Shute told me before we left, no, for real. I mean, I'm being like 100% real, yeah. One of the things he told me before we left was, although the team may not be for you, I hope that this doesn't turn you off from the baseball program as a whole. And so I think that the direction that Coach Shute has this program going, and just the ability and the contribution that this makes to FAMU as a whole, I really see this $20,000 investment as a really smart and really minute thing for us to do. So, Senate President, I'm going to move to make a straw poll vote just to see where we're at, because I really do think that the Senate's on the same accord.
Second.
It has been motioned to have a straw poll vote on this piece of legislation. Is there any readiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by a sign of aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Please raise your right hand if you are in favor of this bill, as is your right hand. You can put your hands down. All that are opposed themselves, please raise your right hand. Is your hand up to the position? I'm just gonna say okay to that. All right, so it was 12-2, correct?
So I'm going to accept this bill. No further questions.
It has been properly moved to second to accept this piece of legislation. Is there any unreadiness at this time? Seeing no unreadiness, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Acting as the Secretary, roll call vote, please.
All right. Just for clarification, this is for is to pass this bill. Against is to strike this bill. Senator Green. Senator Bargamento. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
Can't vote.
Senator Climes.
I'll in favor.
Against. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Strong. Senator Plaisir. Senator Young. Senator Hall. Senator J. Jackson. Senator Rios. Senator G. Baptiste. $14-1 against.
Say that again.
14-1 against.
Congratulations, the piece of legislation passes.
I just want to say thank you so much, and we'll continue to try to build this program forward and make something that we can all be proud of from facilities and for what you see on the field. So thank you so much.
When the board votes, there will be a recognition for what you've done tonight. Thank you.
Yes, Senator J. Jackson. Granted. Senator Young, please take the podium. Podium. J and I. Where am I?
Okay, senators, I want y'all to pay attention because now I'm starting to notice it. Like, since I came as freshman year, the first issue was the president's house, and then it was the parking garage, and it was McGuinn and Diamond. Now the baseball team, they have been neglected with the scoreboard, and then the village is struggling, Sampson is struggling. So like we have to it's not about the stuff that we doing here. Yes, I understand what Senator McClinton was saying about we're funding these organizations, but the thing is we shouldn't be expected to foot these large amount of bills. Like you have to understand we only have a little bit of change when these other departments have larger expenditures of money. So I feel like we need to come together as a whole tri-branch and, address and hold those accountable for the continuous neglect. Like the baseball coach said, this is a Division I, and these baseball players have to get dressed in their car. How does that happen? How is that marketable? That's a big issue that we need to be looking at because the thing is, coming to SGA should be a last resort, not as, oh, they got money, let's go to them. But that's all I got to say.
Will the author of SAB 18SP-034, Undergraduate Research Organization, approach the podium and related parties?
All right, cool. Starting from the second whereas clause, the undergraduate research organization, URO, exists to bring undergraduate students, graduate students, professors, and staff together to further research at Florida A&M University at the undergraduate level. URO's mission is to promote undergraduate education and research experience by allowing students to gain research experience in and outside of Florida A&M University, to display their research at conferences, to allow students to have more access to internships outside of Florida A&M University, and to prepare students for graduate school in the real world. And whereas a lack of funding from the School of Environment hinders URO from properly representing themselves in Florida A&M University at the upcoming Nexus Conference and which is an international summit where students will have the opportunity to further their research development by collaborating with industry experts, state and federal policymakers, large corporations, and competing students. This lack of funding also obstructs URO's efforts in attracting and retaining student and faculty participation. And whereas the undergraduate research organization prepares its students by placing them in closed settings with experts in their respective fields, the knowledge students gain from these meetings, coupled with the resources of their professors and staff, allow students to distinguish themselves from their counterparts in competing firms. Therefore, be it appropriated $1,780 to fund shirts, banners, badges, and awards for the student and faculty of the School of the Environment's undergraduate research organization. And the line items here are shirts. It got messed up in translation, but the line items here are shirts, paper, a banner, and 2 awards. It got messed up in translation. I'm about to pull it up right now so I can read it off for you.
I just have one quick question. It says, I think, I'm assuming that's shirts for students and faculty.
Yes.
How many faculty and how many students? Because we normally don't fund faculty because they don't pay A&S fees.
Greetings, my name is DeMarcus Robinson, and I'm the founder of the Undergraduate Research Organization. With this faculty, they are part of UGRO because it's a faculty and student type organization. So what happens is, in a sense, we are like the medium in bringing students and professors together so that students can have the ability to do research on campus. And so by giving, I guess, the professors shirts as well, it shows that they're part of the organization. That makes sense.
I'm just okay, but we normally don't fund faculty. I remember we would strike things out that had faculty on it, but it's a different time, as we can see. Senator Jay Carter.
Hi. Do y'all have dues? How much are y'all dues?
Our dues is $10.
Okay. And have y'all done any follow-up?
Granted.
Have y'all done any fundraising or anything?
We had fundraisers planned. So we had ran into the issue of, I guess OSA and in METS they have a policy of you can't do certain food like fundraisers on campus. So we wanted to do the Krispy Kreme donut sale, and they came back and said you can't really do this on campus. So we had to went back to the drawing board. But we do have a couple of fundraisers that are coming up. From my experience doing fundraisers, I realized that doing fundraisers outside of the community of FAMU, you get less money than opposed to doing it on campus.
Okay. All right. No further questions.
Senator Snipes.
I moved to waive 5.07, 6.02 D and E, and 7.01 A, B, and C.
They'll probably move to waive 5.0.
Point of information, when waiving a rule, you have to state what the rule is.
5.07 calendar measure, 6.02 filing with committee, and 7.01. I believe it's also the committee one as well.
They'll probably move to.
I move to waive 5.07 calendar measure, 6.02 filing of measures D and E, 7.01 A, B, and C, going through committee.
Second.
It was probably motion and second to waive the said motions. Is that right? Yes, Senator Hall.
What?
They're only asking for $1,700. I mean, and there's no reason to prolong. I understand going through committees and going through our process, but I mean, it is $1,700. I mean, it's not getting into the habit, but I mean.
Okay, I don't agree. Okay.
Senator Jay Carter.
Well, so basically you're making a motion so this can bypass the committee, but we need to make sure that this is, following. The thing is, we're getting in the habit of bypassing rules. We have a OFC committee to make sure that they're following the rules. I think you should definitely rescind your motion and have this come through the OFC committee to make sure that we are. Oh, it did?
Yeah, this went through OFC on Friday.
Oh, it has to go on first reading. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. But Jay, it needs to go through J&R to make sure that we're following the rules, y'all. So we need to stop bypassing stuff.
Is there any further unreadiness to the main motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please identify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
The nays have it. The motion fails. Yes, Senator Hall.
I motion to accept this piece of legislation.
On first reading.
First reading.
Oh. Okay. Well, I move to I move to go to the next bill and see them next week.
Wait. No, it's not second. No.
I can do that. And it was second.
It was second. So see that. Is there any unreadiness at this time? Yes, Senator Lamar.
I have my hand up. I just want to ask you more. Yes.
Okay, I didn't. Okay. I already said my motion.
Cool. Senator Lamar.
It says display organization logo representation.
Yeah, I just pulled up the.
What is that?
Yeah, I just pulled it up. It didn't transfer over. So the first line item is actually the item is shirts, and that's the one we just discussed. The second line item is paper, and that's for flyers and for research papers from the students. The third line item for $300 is a banner. That banner is what there's going to be. The organization plans to put on their table for representation at conferences. Like the Nexus conference is, they've already they're receiving funding from another organization from their actual department for this conference. The only thing that they're asking for from us outside of the biggest thing they're asking here outside of the shirts and the badges is this banner, so that once they're at this conference and future conferences, they can put down this banner like, hey, this is FAMU's URO, and if we have to, yeah, okay, cool. Fourth one is badges, and that's for the students of the program. And then the last two line items. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes, Senator Carter.
How many people are in this organization?
Currently, there are 34, and they have meetings every.
I'm sorry, what?
Currently, they have 34 active members in their organization, and considering that they have meetings every 2 weeks, they are consistently adding more and more students to their organization. It was just the organization was created in 2016.
No further questions. See y'all next week. Yes, well, Plaisir, you had a question? Seeing no further questions, and guys, see you guys next week. Next up, SAB 18 SP-035 Exceptional Facilities Management Conference. Would the author and anybody from that organization please come to the podium at this time? You want her to see.
Send me back to the seat.
All right, starting from the second whereas clause. As an educational subsidiary of Florida A&M University's School of Business and Industry, the Exceptional Facilities Management Company, EFMC, prepares students for permanent job placement opportunities and internships in the professional field of facilities management. This company is focused on cultivating the technical skills of SBINs and budgeting the total cost of ownership, sustainable facilities, capitalism, and entrepreneurship. And whereas EFMC lacks the funding to represent Florida A&M University at the National Facility Fusion 2018 Conference and Expo hosted by the International Facilities Management Association, IFMA, which is held from March 20th to the 22nd. The conference will enable members to enrich their knowledge on the accelerating realm of facilities management while establishing an international network with industry innovators and mid to senior level facility managers, opening doors to exclusive internships in high-demand careers around the globe, which went by simultaneously placing Rattlers in the pool of the competitive elite. And whereas the purpose, mission, and goals for the EFMC stands at being the catalyst towards progressively preparing students for primary selection in the workforce, emergently equipping scholars and becoming well-versed in the knowledge and skills necessary to becoming Renaissance candidates in the multidimensional field of facilities management, such as business continuity, sustainable environments, human factors, maintenance and operations quality, property and project management, and IT. Therefore, be it appropriated $3,840 to fund the Exceptional Facility Management Company's attendance to the National Facility Fusion 2018 Conference and Expo. The legislation shall take effect immediately upon signage by the student body president. A presentation about the conference shall be given to the Student Senate on April 9th, 2018, if passed. And now to the line items. The first line item is for registration. That'd be $200 a piece for four, so that for four people, and that's $800. the hotel, which will have 2 people, and for 3 nights at $134 a piece, it'll be $804, and transportation to and from, which is 4 is $550, and that'll total up to $2,236 for a total cost of $3,840.
Yes, Senator Hall.
If I'm not mistaken, this came through ASBC, correct? And we recommended that it go through special allocation, right? Because, it came through ASBC, right? Okay, so just to let the Senate know, it did come through ASBC, and we recommended that it go for special allocation instead of going in the annual budget because they're asking for travel.
Senator Lamar.
Is it like 2 girls and 2 boys? Yes. So when I made the budget, it was you can't have girls and guys in the same room.
Yeah, that's why I was
so
saying that
so
too.
yeah, it is.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we follow up.
Bob, granted.
Just normally we always put 4 people to a room, but they can know why it's 2 rooms. It's 2.
Senator Plaisir.
It's March 20th to the 22nd. Yes, the 20th to the 22nd.
What, you said the 20th or the 22nd. Will they have time to like everything processed? Bob, granted.
April, what's the date?
March. Yes, it's March 20th to the 22nd.
So
I have to go on first.
Senator Lamar, please take State Relations Chair. Lamar, State Relations Chair.
I moved to bypass rule 5.07, 6.02, so that we can put this bill on first and second reading.
Second.
And probably move a second to waive. I think he definitely is, but he'll figure it out. And probably a second to waive said rules. Is there unreadiness at this time? Yes, Senator Snipes.
Can I do it for him? Yeah, let's do it.
Does the maker rescind his motion?
I'm gonna do it right.
Yes, I rescind my motion.
The maker has rescinded his motion. Yes, Senator Snipes.
Okay, I moved to waive 5.07 calendar measure 6.02, putting it through, filing it through committee D and E, and 7.01 A, B, and C, which is also putting it through calendar with the committee as well.
Second.
And the product move to waive said rules. Is there any unreadiness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye. All opposed, say nay. Seeing how this is a rule we're waiving, we have to do a roll call vote, which must pass by 2/3. Acting Senate Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter,
4.
Senator Climbs, 4. Senator Lamar,
4.
Senator LaVille,
4.
Senator McClinton,
4.
Senator Strong,
4.
Senator Plaisir, Senator Williams, Senator Young, Senator Knox,
Senator Hall,
4.
Senator J. Jackson, Senator Rios,
Abstain.
Senator G. Baptiste,
4.
Senator Rios,
Abstain. You didn't call Tyler.
Senator Hansberry, 14 for 1 abstention.
Congratulations, the rule has been waived. So this piece of legislation is now on first and second reading. Yes, Senator Lamar.
There's no more further questions or recommendations. I move to accept this allocation bill.
Second.
It is about moved and second to accept this piece of legislation. Is there any witness at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please notify by a sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Since actually roll call vote, please.
Senator Green, Senator Bargamenso, Senator B. Carter,
4.
Senator J. Carter,
4.
Senator Climbs,
4.
Senator Hansberry, Senator Lamar,
4.
Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton,
4.
Senator Strong,
4.
Senator Plaisir, Senator Young, Senator Hall,
4.
Senator J. Jackson, Senator Rios,
Abstain.
Senator G. Baptiste,
4.
$13 for 1 abstention.
Yeah, I got him.
13 for 1 abstention.
Congratulations, the legislation passes. Senator back now enter.
Congrats.
Skip. 14 for 1 abstention.
With the author of SAB 18 SP-037.
It's on combat.
With the author of SAB 18 SP-037, Honors Living Learning Community. Please approach the podium and any related parties.
Yeah, so I sent this out, I believe, what is this, last night, late last night, or, yeah, 11:32. So, whereas the Florida A&M University has made it one of the main focal points in recent years to put FAMU students on the path to globalization in an effort to make them more competitive with other institutions, students in their varying future endeavors in this competitive and globalizing society, and whereas the students of Florida A&M University face restrictions that are common to students in many colleges and universities, such as financial constraints, with over 93% of the student body on some form of financial aid, and whereas the Honors Live and Learning Community's annual study abroad trip provides students an unmatched opportunity to live and experience the historic culture of Salamanca, Spain from May 6, 2018 to May 26, 2018, and provides the opportunity to take various food-related credit transferable classes in various aspects of Spanish culture, government, and art. Therefore, be it appropriated $7,500 to the Honors Living Learning Community to help cover the cost of studying abroad in Salamanca, Spain. So first, I'm going to ask Senator Snipes if he would go ahead and make the motion, because I have it written down, but he's got it right here, to put this on first and second reading because our deposit is due in a little over a month. Senator Snipes. Can you make the motion to put this on first and second?
There's a back when I enter. What is this trip?
This trip is May 6th to May 26th, but our deposit is due in March 16th.
And I've had this bill, I sent this allocation request in about 3 weeks ago, and it just didn't go through OFC. So I don't want to penalize the students that that are going on this trip for our slow processes.
Yes, Senator Lamar.
It's not, just want to talk on behalf of policy. It's not us going down the process. It's that we have to fund people who came up and the people who turned their applications straight as well. This is order of the application.
No, I'm not. It wasn't okay. Well, that wasn't meant to specifically point out OFC. I was just saying that our process is slow, just as because we have a backup, and so it's just like the government has a slow process because they have a big backup. OFC has a big backup, so it slows down their process. So I did follow. I just was trying to point out that I did follow the what was stated in our internal rules and procedures, and as far as timeline is regarding to when you should have the applications in or the request in.
Senator Snipes.
I move to waive 5.07 calendar measure 6.02 filing with committee D and E 7.01 A, B, and C compliance with the committee.
Second. Second.
We'll probably move in second to waive the said rules. Is there any rightness at this time on the rules being waived? On places on first and second reading. Yes, Senator Lamar.
All right. Somebody, if trip made.
We have to have our deposit in by March 16th. I was telling you why we need it waived.
If this is just a deposit.
No, I'm sorry, not deposit. The final payment must be paid by March 16th. This is coming from Student Universe, which I've already talked to Ms. Mary about to make sure that this was logical and feasible. She's already cleared me through joint ops saying that we can actually do this. And so I just need this to go to first and second reading tonight to make sure that we can have the deposit in on time.
Wait, I'm sorry. Point of inquiry. I thought we couldn't buy plane tickets like a week or two in advance before the trip.
30 days.
It's 30 days?
Okay, so we're buying the plane ticket. Okay, when I spoke to Ms. Mary, I ran down every single thing. So we're not, the way that this is working is going through Student Universe, which is organizing the entire trip. Okay, and so what I came asking for today was $500 off of the $10,000 or $1,500 or $1,050 plane ticket. So Student Universe wants their money on March 16th. Student Universe is our vendor that we're going through the entire process with. And so I've already cleared everything through Ms. Mary and Joint Ops. I sat down and had a 25-minute conversation with her, with a dialogue going back between Mr. Errol Wilson, which is our director, to make sure that everything was feasible and that we can get this paid for.
Is there any further unrightness to the main motion? Is there any further unrightness to the main motion? Seeing none. All in favor, please signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Now we need a roll call yet. Now we'll move to a roll call vote to waive the rules places on first and second reading. The court, please vote their roll call vote.
All right, this is for the roll call vote to waive the rules. Senator Green, Senator Bargamento, Senator B. Carter, Senator J. Carter,
Against.
Senator Climbs,
For.
Senator Hansberry, Senator Lamar.
Four. Here's your question.
Pay attention. Senator LaVille, Senator McClinton,
Four.
Senator Strong,
Four.
Senator Plaisir, Senator Hall,
4.
Senator Rios,
4.
Senator J. Jackson,
4.
Senator Jean Baptiste.
4.
$15 for, 1 against.
All right, so just to give a little background of why we came asking for this money. So when we had our colloquium about, 3 weeks ago, or I'm sorry, about a month ago, actually, we were coming and we were sitting down asking who was all going on this trip, trying to get numbers. Because I think there's about, 45 people in our LOC, but at the time we only had, 10 people signed up for the trip. And in the colloquium, I proposed an option. If we can get about $500 off, who would actually want to come? And so with that, we got five more people to come along on the trip. And so I just thought that with the Senate, because we've been funding study abroad trips and a bunch of other dance organizations and stuff going on, that this would be a really good idea to help some people who may not have gone on the trip. And actually, we have one standing next to me who DM'd me after I spoke and asked that question. She showed me that her parents were willing to kind of help foot that bill if we can get that $500 paid. And so, yeah, so that's a little background as why I wanted to come to the Senate and ask for this allocation.
Senator Climbs.
So what is the result? What happens if we pass this bill, 500? Then some of the students whose parents and everything say they were going to help out.
As my understanding, if we pass something and the money doesn't get spent, it goes back to the unallocated point. But at this point, we've already paid a deposit. Everybody's confirmed that they're going. The plane tickets have been reserved, and so we're actually supposed to have a meeting this weekend or some coming up soon. And so everything is finalized at this point. So everybody who signed up to go is going. So that's not really going to happen.
Senator B. Carter.
So if this does pass, what's the remaining student contribution?
The remaining student contribution would be $550. We went for 3 weeks to Spain. We went and we got some money from Mr. Earl Wilson. Got a lot of money from outside resources, some donations that he has from different contacts, and he got, because originally we were supposed to pay for the plane ticket over there, staying 3 weeks, the food, the travel once we actually land in Salamanca, the whole 9 yards. But we ended up getting a lot of that stuff covered for us. And so we got it down to the plane ticket, which was $1,000.50 or $1,000.50. I can't speak today for whatever reason. And so the remaining student contribution would be $550. Yeah. And we've already paid the $200 deposit for the plane tickets.
Senator J. Carter.
What airline are y'all flying with?
If you scroll down to the screenshot, we're going to fly with American Airlines, which was the cheapest one that we found, because Student Universe is the one who kind of facilitates everything, and they just go the cheapest route for all of us. Okay. And there's no really negotiation with that because they've already secured these flights as we paid the $200 deposit.
So y'all flying out of follow-up.
Oh, great.
So am I reading this right? Y'all flying out of Tallahassee?
Yeah, we're gonna fly to Tallahassee. To where? We're gonna fly to Tallahassee to Miami, then from Miami to Spain, across the continent.
All right, no further questions.
Yes, Senator Snipes.
There are no further questions. I move to accept this piece of legislation as is.
Second. I'm about to second to accept this piece of legislation as is. Is there any further unreadiness to the main motion at this time? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Now moving on to a roll call vote. Senator Secretary, the quorum, please.
Senator Green. Four. Senator Bargamento. Senator B. Carter. 4. Senator J. Carter.
4.
Senator Klein.
4.
4. Senator Hansberry. Senator Lamar. 3. Senator LaVille. 4. Senator McClinton. Senator Strong.
4.
Senator Plaisir.
4.
Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Hall.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
4.
Senator G. Baptiste.
4.
Senator Lamar. 4. Senator McClinton.
Abstain.
You say Senator Young is here. Senator Young is here.
Senator Young.
4.
16 for 1 abstention.
16 for 1 abstention. Congratulations, the legislation passes. Yes, Senator Jay Carter.
This question is for the OFC chairman. Okay. What? Okay. Thank you.
No, I answered it. Point of information.
Yes.
OFC chair, how many more allocations are in committee right now?
There's none as of right now, but I know besides ones that are on this. I haven't gotten special allocations from Maria. Yeah, what I'm saying, besides the ones that we've already went through overseas, there's none that we got today.
Point of inquiry: does anybody know how many organizations we have funded so far, or a rough estimate?
Yes.
Yeah, it's over 32.
Point of information.
Plus the 15.
Point of information is for when you have pertinent information to get a Senate. Point of inquiry is when you have a question. Just want to make sure we're using that right according to Robert Rules and Order.
Thanks, Madam President.
Rules, of course.
Next up, we'll move on to point Q, Senate Secretary Report. Do you have anything to say?
Oh, I kind of like it over here. I kind of like to give you both. It keeps it helps me be active, especially knowing the points and all the good stuff. I'm going to California again. I'm really excited for another fellowship. And that's about it. And back to what I was saying about holding those people accountable. It seems to be a repetitive theme that we're having to, fix problems that shouldn't be overlooked by the university. So yeah, let's stay on that. Congratulations to Miss Sawyer. I worked with her on several occasions. Glad E-Branch is finally back to some type of order. And that's about it.
Oh, I have a question. When will these minutes be done?
I'm going to get all of the minutes done tonight. So yeah, be expecting that.
Please.
Tonight. Yeah, tonight. That's it.
All right. Now moving on to point R, open forum, starting from the back row. The Senator like to give an open forum statement at this time. Well, the third row, my bad, the third row. Senator Kazir?
What did he say? Oh.
Thank you, Ricky. You know he knows.
Senator Young, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I do. If you in the bathroom, you have to keep moving the lights.
I guess so.
That wasn't approved. It's not happening.
Next up, we'll have the second row. Second row, I will just run down, starting from McClinton.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good evening.
Evening.
Jesus,
So this is gonna be it today. Just we few areas send the bills out the night before, not night before, the day of. So we at the time, so actually, we all have busy schedule, so kind of put stuff during the day. Maybe if something can't get it, something maybe something. So we have to go into yeah. Great. Y'all. Today. Good luck to anybody. Tomorrow.
Carter. Right in, Carter.
Senator LaVille, you have anything to say?
College Gems, GPM.
Friday.
Next up, Senator Lamar.
So I
just want to advise everyone in this building to check yourself. I might have sent you a text message, right? Today's meeting. So please
I don't.
to see. I sent you a text message about today's meeting.
I didn't get a text.
Today's meeting, pretty fast and thorough. We got a lot of. I don't want you guys to be discouraged about the number in Cincinnati because, as you know, district body and we do is allocate funds to organizations. So don't be discouraged that we allocate a majority of our funds. We funded over at least 32 organizations. We just passed a bill that funded 15 organizations here today. So like, let's be happy. Like, see like things that we actually came here to do actually get done. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? That'll be easy.
Senator Hansenberry.
Yes, PhD program.
So, first I get that one. Let's keep this application. Fellowship and graduate. Y'all won't be seeing. That's a vote.
Amen.
That's it.
That's a word.
Next up, first row.
I like it.
Next up, Bob Diaz. Signing from Senator Klein. Senator Rios. Senator Jay Carter.
Yes, how y'all doing tonight? I got 2 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I might use up all this. Oh, thank you. All right, then, 4 minutes. All right, let me start. Well, thank you. 8 minutes. All right, real quick. I'm going to be real quick. I got like a few things. All right. Okay, first off, we have 3 weeks left in session. I could truly say it's been an honor and privilege to be at that Capitol lobbying, but we need some more students these next 3 weeks. I have a list of all the legislators in their districts. So please, if you know your legislator in the district, let me know via GroupMe or email because we need some more students to go down there. Also, be on the lookout. I'm about to start dropping some surveys soon, so please take my surveys for this 20-page research paper that I got to do. And another thing, after being unemployed since May 2016, I got an interview with the Department of Motor Vehicles. I'll be working in the DUI section, dealing with them drunk drivers. So please, I don't want to see none of y'all. And lastly, some of you may have seen it, but I have decided to step out on faith with the support of my friends and family, and of course, my spiritual counselor, Taylor Hall. I have started my LLC, Cartier Communications Incorporated, effective February 10th. So my LLC will specialize in marketing, public relations, and event planning. So book me for your needs. And also be on the lookout. If y'all interested, I'm thinking about planning a social on Friday night. If y'all are interested, please let me know. Senate Social. Let me know if y'all interested. If it don't work, we can always change it, but Friday night. Oh, and also go out and vote tomorrow in these elections. I can't wait till this is over. It's been an honor serving in ENA, but I do miss my JNR committee and reading those documents. But after I'm almost finished, but I just want to encourage y'all real quick. If y'all are going through anything, or if you're having a rough semester, just remember to look to God and put Him first. And like I always say every morning to group me sometimes, continue to use your light to uplift others. And with that being said, I love y'all. Have a good night.
Next up, Senator Jerry Jackson.
I don't have any.
Senator Hall.
Okay, so good evening. Good. Okay, y'all can hear me, can't y'all? Good evening, everybody. So I'm glad that we're getting out of here before 10 o'clock. It is a blessing. It was a very good meeting. We got through it faster than I expected, so I'm happy about that. Like Senator LaBelle mentioned, College Dems, y'all know I've been talking about it. We back. Dems back on campus. Got a really good group. They're very excited to be involved and be politically engaged, and I would hate for the Dems to outdo the Student Government Association. So we do have a GBM coming up this Friday at 5. I got an e-board that is phenomenal. They are ready to get to work. This governor's race is squad. This governor's race is coming up, and it's major. So I'll be looking for some big things to come to the campus as far as the gubernatorial candidates coming to campus and everything like that. Be on the lookout. I do want SGA to be involved with that. Also, if you guys remember, about a month back, I had my empowerment conference that I founded, God-Given Crowns, and we are going to do it every year. And we're going to start meeting for that soon. It's for both guys and girls. We're looking to bring in some really big pastors next year and everything. So we're starting with our sponsorship letters and whatnot. So if you want interested in that, hit me up for that. Also, I know y'all remember last week, I think it was, I told y'all that I'm having my first sermon since ordained. Well, first sermon since my trial sermon back in August. And I'm really nervous. So I would really appreciate y'all's support. It would be nice to see some familiar faces in the crowd. It's this Sunday at New Zion Primitive Baptist Church, and I'm going to drop the address in the group me. 10 seconds? Okay. And, yeah, let me do the scripture since I don't got no more time. Okay. But you are a chosen, 1 Peter 2:9. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
My God. Yes, sister.
That's wonderful.
Yes, girl. That's it.
Where?
You better read that.
Oh, into his...
It's marvelous.
The King James Version say marvelous. New International say... It don't matter. It's
You better
the
check.
same thing.
It's a marvelous rain.
It's about to come to an end, though.
King James Version of the Bible.
Not
King James.
Not King James.
Next up, top kids. Starting from Senator Strong.
Hello, everyone. I was a little caught off guard. I didn't know we were moving that fast to the agenda. And I said we was going to be out here by 10. He was like, no, we not. Yes, we are. I just want to say, y'all, God has been really good. I don't know. It's like the more you go through, it's like everything hitting you back to back to back, and then it's really all a blessing in disguise. Like God is really good, and like just continue to pray. You know, God answers prayers. He hears us. So stop worrying about whatever you're going through at the current moment. So yeah, God is good, y'all.
Amen. I feel like shouting.
I'm not going to say.
Roll call the door. I'm sorry.
Taylor said she ready.
Decorum senators. Are you done, Senator Strong? Okay, so we're going to move on to me now. Okay. Oh, hey y'all. This was a pretty fun meeting. It was fun acting as pro temp, but I don't want to do this again. It's really hard to control my face up here. Like, so yeah, I just need to be back there because like that I can just keep my composure better. So yeah, this was fun. But yeah. Alrighty.
Decorum. I just have a few things to say. One, with the Raleigh March, I'm all for it. I just want to know where, like, was that same energy and enthusiasm for female at the Capitol? Like that's something I was just kind of wondering about. But by all means, I'm here for it because I'm from Broward County. Like, some of my best friends went to Stoneman Douglas, so I'm here for it. So hopefully y'all all be there. on Wednesday. But I just wanted to know where was all that last week, maybe at the Capitol. I'll just let that marinate in your mind. Special occasions, I'll just say that, but I do want to know, why did we not, the one that was $1,000, we could just pass that tonight, because we literally, everything else that was in new business, we put on first and second reading. So I'm just trying to figure out, are we being consistent? Are we just going on a wave and a limb here? But I feel like we should definitely put that on first, second reading. It was only 1,000, and then everything else. But that's just my little take on it.
President, I think from now on, we don't need to be waiving these first and second rules.
Second.
The rules are put in place for a purpose, unless it's an absolute dire situation. We don't need to be doing that no more. Submit your requests on time. Submit them bills on time, because we're not waiving rules no more.
We don't even have money to.
We need to stop skipping the process.
Probably. Also, decorum, please. Also, with the hands, some people are like, my hands up the whole time while you're not calling me. I try to make sure that we get everybody that wants to raise a question. I want to make sure that everyone who doesn't always ask a question get answered. So, for instance, if DeMarcus has a question and I see Senator B. Carter has a question, I'll pick Senator B. Carter because he doesn't ask questions all the time, so he may have something that's insightful, as opposed to Senator Snipes, who has questions like every bill. So that's like my process behind it. So I want to make sure that everybody has the same opportunity to ask a question. And yeah, y'all, just pray for one another. Elections are tomorrow, so please just go out and vote. Get your friends to go out and vote. That's all I'll say about that. I will entertain a motion to give Senator, Rochard 2 minutes.
Against.
Not no. Y'all are funny.
We can literally speak to him after. We can speak to him.
Is there probably
What's the point of
And then probably in a second, we have Rochard have a 2 minute forum. Is it any? Is it any on readiness?
We should give him 2 minutes.
Senator Jay Carter.
Give him 2 minutes. Give him 2 minutes. It still works. Y'all know he doesn't come to work.
Never mind. Never.
Is there any on readiness?
He can have the 2 minutes.
Seeing none, all in favor, please vote for the sign of aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. Someone call. Hey, decorum. Someone call for division. Decorum, please. Acting City Secretary, please do a roll call vote.
Senator Green. Senator Bargamento.
No, Senator Green's
Senator
here.
B. Carter. Listen, if you... Yep, y'all complaining. Come on now. Senator Green. To give Roshi 2 minutes. Senator Bargamento. Senator B. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
Abstain.
What?
Just come back to him.
4. Senator Hesbury. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClinton. Senator Strong. Senator Young.
Barely again.
Yes.
Senator Plaisir. 4. I get it. Senator Hall.
4.
Senator Rios.
4.
Senator J. Jackson.
Highly in favor of.
Senator G. Baptiste.
Highly against. No. I was making I didn't get a vote.
Senator Klein.
Card Luke.
Senator J. Carter.
Abstain.
The quorum on the bottom, Diaz.
12 for, 3 against, 1 abstention.
The motion passes. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Nope, hold on.
Wait.
Go.
Go.
I just want to say some of y'all are not real. I just asked for 2 minutes, but okay. That's not real. But anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for, for the hard work that you all do for the student body. I also want to share with you guys that, I have an opportunity to be published in my college magazine, the College of Agriculture and Food Science magazine. It's real legit, so, hopefully I write a super bomb story. I just wanted to share that with you all. And, yeah, that's about it.
Rashard yields his time to Senator Jean Baptiste for a quick announcement.
Hey, if y'all not doing anything tomorrow night at 6:30, I'll be performing in the Voices show in the Grand Ballroom. So we're gonna go to the yeah. No, me. Myself. Yeah.
What you
That's a good show.
Alrighty. Now moving on to point S, final roll call. Senate Secretary.
All right, Senator Green. Here. Senator Bargamento. Senator P. Carter. Senator J. Carter.
I'm here.
Senator Klein. Senator Snipes. Senator Dumont. Senator Hansberry. Senator Lamar. Senator LaVille. Senator McClellan. Senator Seniors. Senator Myers. Senator Strong. Senator D. Jackson. Senator Plaisir. Senator Williams. Senator Young. Senator Knox. Senator Antinor. Senator Hall.
Present.
Senator J. Jackson. Senator Rios. Senator G. Baptiste. Pro Tem.
Y'all, the meeting ain't adjourned yet.
Senate President for
Here, never left. I just meet at 9:38 p.m.